Everything I spit rare, we sound in that great area podcast. They talk about hip hop all the way in the UK, so they gon' get props. Ooh, let me catch it once again. Every time I spit.
A toxic 2023 from us.
I did want to start on a brief sad note, which was just R.I.P. Gangsta Boo. That was a bit shit hearing that news.
Did she get killed?
No, I just read that. I just read that apparently it might be an overdose, which is like another one.
That's rubbish, man.
Yeah, but like former 3 6 Mafia member, collabed with Run the Jewels, Clipping, Outkast, solo career too, contributed a lot to the culture. So it's just a bit shit, man, that we started the year on that note. But
she was found outside, it says she was found on a porch. That's giving drug overdose vibes.
It's crazy.
That's rough, man. But yeah, rest in peace. Condolences to all the loved ones and friends and family and whatnot. 2022. Do you know what? Going over this, like,
hold on a sec. We ain't even doing this right.
Oh, really? We're a bit rusty. Any of the regular listeners will know that we actually missed an episode drop, but you know,
listen, we didn't miss an episode drop. You guys weren't asking us for the drop. We didn't give it to you. That's what it was. You guys aren't fucking desperate for us, so we just said fuck y'all. We'll come back in 2023.
Yeah, we've been busy, man. It's not a pandemic anymore, so we've got lives. But yeah, but having that extra time to go over the year, 2022 was a strong one, I think.
I think everything's a couple
back of times.
Now. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's back.
It felt like a normal year.
Yeah,
it felt like a normal year. I know a couple of times I sort of alluded to there being droughts and that, and I've said already that I think I was wrong. But yeah, going over the year again, kind of reliving a lot of these projects and songs and everything else. Yeah, it was a strong one, man. Strong one.
Quite a lot of GOAT level projects came out this year. GOAT level beats. There was a lot
mainstream,
of
underground.
Yeah, classic stuff was done this year.
Wasn't? Yeah,
healthy year. For anyone that's not aware of this, we did this for the first time last year, the Grey Area Awards. It is what it is. Oh, I can't even get my words out. You've got to bear with me as well. I've got COVID. So, thank you, Sam. Yeah, it does what it's said. Oh my goodness, is what it says. Does what it says on the tin. Is that the phrase?
Yeah, I think it does what it says on the tin.
It says on the tin.
Yeah, that's what it says on the tin.
That's staying in there. It has to stay in there.
But we've we break the year down into different categories. We have 5 nominees within each category, and live on the call, we decide who the winner is within each said category. Last year, we had 7. We're going to go through them in a minute. This year, we added an 8th, thanks to Kieran. Kind of pushed us on that one, so we'll get to it eventually. But basically, these are the categories, and then we'll jump straight in. So we've got Best Album, Best Beat, Best Producer, Best New Artist, Best Song, Best Feature, Best Music Video, and Best Rapper. And then we'll include some honourable mentions towards the end, or maybe more like our favourite moments, I guess, as well as induct a few names into the Hall of Fame. Should we just get straight in? Give the people what they want. Best album.
Jump in. But where we starting? Are we starting off with Best Album, Best Beat? Like I feel like Best Album is like a big award. That has to come last, no?
Well, last year we just jumped straight in. We gave the people what they wanted straight away, and we ended with Best Rapper, because that's like the next big one, right? They're like the two. I feel like we should just
let's just go for that.
Yeah,
I'm looking at this list. It's looking a bit biased. I ain't gonna lie. I'm seeing one name a lot. I just realized this. I'm seeing one name a lot
On every award.
It's on every award, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's the thing. I was just looking. Yeah, every award. Well, apart from one actually. No, there's one award.
He can't be Best New Artist, but he might be.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But then the nominees for this category, we've got Loyal Kana with Hugo, we've got Jid with The Forever Story, we've got Nas's King's Disease 3, we've got Little Sims, No Thank You, and we've got Kendrick Lamar, Mr. Morale, and The Big Steppers. Is there a debate to be had here? I feel like there is, because two of us had
the debate
split down the middle.
The debate is a bit strange, yeah, because Little Sims' album dropped so late in the year. It's lucky that it made it into this year's awards, really, because we normally cut it off from like December, but this year we did it late, so it's like realistically this album was like an unexpected drop. And I know Kieran has his bad things to say about this album, yeah, but for me,
no, I What's this?
No.
I have nothing.
Oh, it was Sean. It was Sean. Sorry, yeah.
I put this number one.
Yeah, I would say it was Sean that had bad things to say.
No one's got bad things to say, but
Sean
I want to
has a
hear
lot
from.
of negative. I'm not even seeing this on his top 5, am I?
No, see, look, the listeners need to understand that.
Oh yeah, it's number 8 in his list. That is
Come on,
disgusting.
you put this 8th on your albums.
Yeah,
It's not even.
reasons.
It's not even a real kind of like. That's not a real opinion, is it, Sean? What is that?
Explain it.
But this is what the listeners need to understand is like Kieran and Sam, you two get a bit what's the word? Bit emotional with these things.
Yes.
Emotionally, that is.
Because in the grand scheme, how many albums dropped this year? And I put it like 7th or 8th out of all those.
This
I have my
amazing.
reasons, but I want to, like, for transparency purposes, Theo and Kieran had No Thank You as their top album of the year. I want to hear from you two, like, why you put it ahead of everything else that we've had this year.
Oh, this album's flawless. I don't even need to say much more. Because this album, well, I can say debatable, but I'm sorry, from top to bottom, this is unbelievable. Production, the way Sims is rapping on this, she's elevated again. It's just unbelievable. And we're talking about like energy and emotion. She draws you in. You feel what she's saying. This is just because, and the message that's being portrayed, you can apply that to any. You don't have to just apply it to what Sims is saying on this album. You can apply it to anything. It's a real powerful album, and I just think, yes, it's late, and yes, at the end of the day, maybe it's not the best album for me. It's the album of the year, and it will always stay like that. But yeah, I just think it's flawless. I really do.
Why did you say that just then? You just said maybe it's not.
Because it's time, because it's late. That's the only reason, it's the only factor. The only factor. If she released this in the middle of the year, so it's easily hands down the album of the year. Easily. It's only time. That's it.
Again, I think that's debatable. But Kieran, what about you?
I think for me, I want to acknowledge a couple of flaws, which is I think the last 3 songs. I like the final one, but the 2 before that, I think they're like, I wouldn't call them unfinished or underdeveloped, like you said, but I do think they don't completely go to a place they could go to, like the other songs on the album do. But
I agree.
Aside from that, I just think the rapping level she does, because you told me as well, listen to Simbi after listening to this album. I did. And I prefer the sequencing on this album. Like, also, just remember, I rated Simbi like 91 or something. I gave it some stupid rating. Do you know what I mean? So
I thought you rated it higher than 91.
I think I might have even rated it higher, but I genuinely still think that this album is better than Simbi, because listen to the way this album is sequenced. It's unbelievable. Like, Gorilla it's a crazy pop moment. Compared it to a Woman. Do you know what I mean? There's these kind of comparisons, and the way she's barring as well, it's unbelievable. I'm not in awe still.
Sam, you're like me. You had you had something else at number 1, but you had this one at number 2. How come it wasn't your number 1?
It just wasn't my number 1 because I didn't go to see her live this year. You know what I mean? I went to see her live last year, and last year she did so well and so amazing that her album, if you listen to the Grammy Awards last year, she won everything. I was gassed. I was like 100% locked in. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't had enough time to sit this album like I have with the album that will be named eventually. But yeah, that's why it went at number 2 for me. But it could have easily been number 1, like what Theo said with the lateness of it and all that kind of stuff. I just haven't had time to listen to it. And over Christmas, obviously, I've listened to Christmas music, so I haven't even listened to the album more than twice, maybe. I want to say 3 times, but that might be like just listen to the ones I liked more so than the whole thing.
Okay. So before I say anything else, and just so the listeners understand, I love this album. Like, I absolutely love it, and I rate it highly. When it first dropped, I probably listened to it like 6 or 7 times in a row, and usually I'm the person that goes, no, I need time. I need to listen to it more. In that moment, I was like, oh my God, I think Sims has like outdone herself. This might be album of the year, all these things. And then one day, maybe about a week after it dropped, actually, no, less, a few days after it dropped, I instantly went into another album straight away after. In fact, it was Hugo. And that Hate Beat came on. And everything about it was just hitting different. Like, I was like, this just sounds richer. And I went back to the Sims album. Now, I agree with especially what Kieran said about Sims' performance. Her rapping on this is incredible, right? And I think Inflo is a phenomenal producer, especially like the composition of live instrument, or not live instrumentation, but actual instruments and whatnot. Silhouette, for example, is amazing. But there is something lacking in these beats compared to some of the other production from the top albums that we've heard this year, and in comparison to last year's album. There's just something not quite there. I don't know if it's because, but I get the impression that Sims, a lot's happened in this last year since that past album, right? Highs and lows, whether it's the Mercury Prize, the cancellation of the US tour. I'm assuming there's been industry shit going on behind the scenes with her, offered deals. This album sounds like she just needed to get it out, but she just wanted to get it off her chest. Now, I don't know whether beats were made for this album or if they are leftovers from the previous one, but there's just something about the production that doesn't sound as like I say, the word that keeps coming to mind is rich compared to the previous project. And some of these songs, particularly like the ones that Kieran mentioned, don't sound complete, in my opinion. So it's more from a production, maybe even the song structure place, that where I'm saying this from is that it just doesn't sound like as much time went into this one as did the last one or some of the other albums on this list. That's just like, and I didn't hear that until I listened to other music, both from this year and Sims's previous work. It just sounds a bit, it's almost like it's rawer. And that's not a negative. That's not like not every album has to be superly well mixed and mastered and clean and this and that. But I just feel like, especially from a production standpoint, this wasn't on the same level as Simbi. That was just my opinion. But that's where I'm coming from.
It's got valid points.
That's a really valid point. I can't even lie, man. You've articulated that really well.
This always happens.
And out of the list of things you've got here, it's definitely the like. We're not saying any of these albums are terrible because they're there, but it's the least well produced album on this list. Out of what I'm looking at, King's Disease had amazing.
And that's no diss on Inflo.
No diss. I feel it's more like a chilled album, though. Do you know what I mean? You don't want it to be so rich that you're like being pulled left, right, and center. I feel like you just put it on and you chill. Which I
don't know, man. You listen to like I need the COVID brain. I need the track list in front of me.
I'd say there's no standout beats on this. It's just like it's just really nice to listen to in sequence, if that makes sense. It flows nicely, but there's no like.
But if I give an example, I don't actually think it's that chill. I think, especially from like what Sims is saying and her delivery, like I say,
I don't know why I chill to it, but
I don't know whether chill's the right word. There's an urgency to what she's saying, and a frustration, and a beat like Sideways, for instance. That vocal sample is so loud, and I don't. Maybe it's intentional, but that pierces through to the point where it's like, what is this?
It wakes you up.
Again, I'm going to kind of contradict myself here. The raw nature of it almost complements what she's saying and how she's saying it. Like I say, she sounds a bit pissed off, so it matches in that sense. But like I started to do, and this isn't always a good thing, but it is a good thing because I love both albums. I listened to X and then I put Introvert on straight away, and that beat is just so wholesome and powerful compared to that one, which isn't not those things, if that makes sense. But again, you listen to what he did, what Inflo did last year with those beats, and there's more to it. The drums have more knock. Everything just sounds fuller. And I'm not going to keep banging on about it because I don't want it to sound like I'm being negative at all. It's just that, like I say, loads of albums came out this year. When you get into your top 5s and your top 10s, you've got to nitpick a bit, and that's why it fell out of the top 5 for me personally. But I'm glad it's in our collective top 5 because I always want to talk about Sims, and it is still an incredible achievement.
It just missed out on getting. I think if I put it at number 1, then it would have definitely been the album of the year. But I just didn't. I didn't feel it.
I'm wondering if Theo's opinion has gone down a bit after hearing what Sean said, or are you still back in number 1?
I probably still would have it number one. It'll be a toss of a coin, but no, Sean's points are valid because I'm thinking about I'm thinking about the songs at the end, and I do get that feeling. Even though I did come out and say the production's amazing, I still think it's amazing. But you're right, because we're talking about top 5 here. We're not saying that the production's bad. I think that's got to be like on the table. We're not saying the production's bad. This is where you come to nitpick, and when you are nitpicking, you are right about that production, because there is something that is just I can't put my finger on it as well, because I'm thinking about those last few tracks, and there's an element of something like rich is a good word, because there's something that there's no, I can't say because that sounds a bit harsh, but if you compare it to the other albums, the production is better, but not in a bad sense. It's just something lacks. So you made a very good point.
If you think about like Mr. Morale, there's tracks like Purple Hearts.
I know. See, this is I
don't think anyone likes that in this pod, but
yeah,
it's true.
I mean, we should come on to that, because that was mine and Sam's top, our number one pick, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Sam, do you want to say something first? I feel like I was talking a lot.
It's just, for me, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers is a great project. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed disc 2 more than I enjoyed disc 1, but that's just because disc 2's got a bit more going on with it. In my eyes, it starts a bit stronger, even though with streaming now, it's not really the same effect of like, take one disc out, put another disc in. But I definitely mostly start from Count Me Out and then listen through to that. And then I'll go back and be like, oh, actually, let's go listen to Die Hard and N95 and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't know. There's a couple songs on here that I find very awkward, but they're also very, very groundbreaking. Like We Cry Together. I've never heard a song that sounds so dark, dismal, and like a real argument. So yeah, I don't know. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers was great. Obviously, we went on the tour as well. We went to see this album performed live, and I enjoyed it then. I enjoy it now, and it's been, a good 5-6 months since it came out, and it hasn't really got to the point where I'm like, this album's boring me. Like it's always hitting for me. It's always hitting in a good way.
Yeah. The reason why it was number one still for me was that, and I'm gonna compare it to like our best album last year, which was Little Sims. Sometimes I Might Be Introvert. You could just tell that Kendrick really had an idea for what this album was going to sound like, what it was going to be about. There's a real cohesive structure to it. And again, not every album has to be that way. Not every album has to be made over a certain period of time. But with this one, you can tell that a lot went into the themes, not the themes, but like the themes, the concepts, his writing, the production. Again, there's just, I don't want to talk like I understand all the technical aspects of things, but when it comes to just things like mixing and mastering, there was just, again, more time. There was more time with this project, and I think it showed in most areas. I don't want to downplay Sims's rapping and her lyrical performance, but for me, this one has just stood the test of time throughout the year. I know there is a bit of personal bias, and we all love Kendrick Lamar, and we went to the show and this and that, but I do think and I won't speak about this too much because he's going to come up in other categories, but he's definitely, when it comes to the mainstream, he moves the needle. He pushes boundaries and does things that other artists within his realm, within that mainstream realm, don't do, and makes timeless music. And this is, to me, I know it's not gone down well with everyone. I know that it's not a perfect album. There are areas that aren't executed without fault, whether it's some of the production, whether it's some of Kendrick's vocal performances, whether it's content and things like Auntie Diaries. There is valid criticisms of this album. But I think just as an overall body of work, it's beautiful, man. And like I say, a lot of time and care went into every aspect of this, I feel. Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. I think for me and Theo, it's interesting because we both put King's Disease 3 above Mr. Morale as well.
Interesting.
And I think it's a worthwhile point to discuss, or at least explain as well, because I think for me, King's Disease 3 is like you play it the whole way through and you don't lose enjoyment. Well, I personally don't lose enjoyment throughout the whole thing. Whereas with Kendrick's one, exactly. Because like with Kendrick's one, I do dip out of enjoyment, which is fine for good art, like I understand sometimes you're not supposed to enjoy it, and like, but then there's times like, for example, like I'll say it again, like Purple Heart, for example, like it's a song that I shouldn't dislike or like not enjoy, but I just don't enjoy it, and I kind of dislike it as well. I think there might be like a couple more moments maybe in the album, maybe not though, but I think with King's Disease, it's like just the way every track flows from one to the other, it's mind blowing, really and truly. And I think there's an element of hype around it, obviously, because Nas has done this, like, this is his 4th time doing it now, which is crazy and mind blowing. But no, the hype hasn't really gone as well. Like, I think I'll always be gassed from this project just because it's such an incredible feat. Like, this definitely is a better feat than when Jay made 444.
Yeah, well, I think something that Nas is doing that we've not seen much before is, again, I'm more talking about mainstream artists. And I know to some people they might not put Nas in that, but he is a huge name in hip hop. Jay started it and he's kind of continuing it, and like you say, probably taking it to the next level. We've never seen artists of this caliber age this well, and make music that's so I don't know if relevance the right word, because I wouldn't say he's not like he's riding waves or trying to make music that sounds like the in thing. It just still sounds fresh, and I think that's down to Hit Boy.
It's inspiring, isn't it? Yeah, this is the thing. Hit Boy makes these crazy beats that inspires something out of Nas that you haven't really heard since his Illmatic era.
Yeah,
100%. Because Hit Boy challenges Nas. Because have you ever heard? The thing is, what's so amazing about this era now? And you go back and listen to some of the like stuff Nas was doing in the past. If you listen to what the producers were, they were trying to make the quote unquote Nas beat that Nas is comfortable with. He's got a good flow he can ride with. Hit Boy challenges Nas, and that you can tell that excites Nas. It puts Nas in a different pocket where, I'm gonna have to do something different here. Like some of the stuff's on there, like some of the drill beat at the end of why can I not remember it? Like he's putting him on drill stuff, and like Nas is jumping it. Was it 30 that he did that? And like he's proper challenging. No, it's not 30. It's something else, isn't it?
Simple. I can't remember what it was called.
But he's challenging Nas, and Nas is just like elevating himself, and he's just teaching to like all these younger rapping about how's he still finding the content to rap is just unbelievable. Just ridiculous.
And there's some of the most like revolutionary hip hop.
Was it Reminisce though? Does Reminisce?
Yeah, it was Reminisce. Yeah.
Big switch,
man. Jeez.
But like tracks like Beef, I mean, I feel like if any other rapper makes this kind of conceptual type song at this point, like in this era of hip hop, it's corny. But Nas does it in like such a masterful way to like embody the concept of beef. It's crazy. Other tracks as well. Yeah.
Amazing song. I think Nas along with Jid gave us just like everything you kind of want to hear from a hip hop album, right? I guess Jid's was maybe a bit more personal, whereas Nas is, although it's personal, but it felt like he was more. It was a bit more. He was kind of commenting on the culture a bit more. It felt a bit more like. It felt exactly what it is. It felt like an older statesman, like a veteran, kind of giving his 2 cents on the culture, on the music, on the sound, and reminiscing. Excuse the pun. And whereas Jid's, like I say, was a bit more of a personal journey. But I guess we got to make a decision here, and I think that I understand that there's perhaps more replay value in the likes of King's Disease and the Forever Story, but I just think what separates Kendrick from the rest is, like I say, that needle moving, that sort of pushing the boundaries and doing something we haven't heard much, if ever, from artists within this culture, and just the like I say, the sort of the care that went into it, the density to the content, and I always, when someone is that personal and that raw and honest, I have nothing but admiration to be able to do that, to put that out there to the world as well. So, in my opinion, I think that's the best album of the year. But yeah, I don't know what we're going to go with. Are we sticking? Are we going with that? Do we want to go with something else?
It's tough, because I feel like Sims does push the boundaries as well. Because I know if you think about it, it's not like revolutionary in some ways, but like to hear a rapper in their prime just barring, like, and she had the opportunity to make all these commercial hits right now, but instead she's just barring and she's just rapping. It's
yeah, it's
a
amazing.
lot. It's a lot.
It's amazing. Like I said, I won't continue to repeat myself. I just feel like there were ideas here. There was like templates for something more, and rather than, I see it more as like an extension of the last project rather than an elevation, rather than like a step to the next level, in my opinion. It could have been something more, but I think that the need to get it out and just get stuff off her chest meant that it was just lacking in the areas that I previously mentioned. Sam, what about you? Are you sticking with Mr. Morale?
Of course, I'm sticking with Mr. Morale. I'm not changing it up to Little Sims because it hasn't been out long enough. That would just be like, that would change the whole ethos of what I rank things and how I rank them. The fact it's number 2 is like already a bit mad. Shows how good it is. But yeah, maybe in hindsight, I'll go, I wish I put it at number 1. But for now, Kendrick Lamar's staying.
And Theo?
It's tough, man. I think I might side with them. I think what helps it and what makes me say, yeah, let's go with Mr. Morale and Big Step is the fact that I saw him live, and I'm not going to lie, that's what swings it for me, because seeing him perform some of those songs live was just special, man. That will stay with me for the rest of my life. Exactly, it will stay with me for the rest of my life. When he performed Crown, I'm sorry, that was just unbelievable. You just felt it, and that's what it's not even like it's. You know how sometimes you have to be at concerts, and it's normally the hype tracks that get you feeling that a type of way. Crown was just like, I felt like I was stuck in a moment, and I was just witnessing greatness. So I think I'm gonna have to go with Kendrick, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I agree with you as well, because yeah, the album's just more alive to me, and it is a biased thing, but you got to accept like these awards are semi-biased in a way.
Yeah,
they can't be totally objective.
Okay, well, there we go. Album of the year, album of 2022 is Kendrick Lamar's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Next category, we've got Best Beat, and the nominees for that are Benny the Butcher, Johnny P's Caddy, and that's produced by The Alchemist.
Classic.
We've got Kendrick Lamar, United in Grief, which there's a lot of names to mention. We've got Kendrick himself, we've got Soundwave, we've got J.LBS, Duval, Timothy, Beats Noise, Tim Maxey. Next one, we have Pusha T, Diet Coke, which is Kanye West and 88 Keys. Then we have Nas is Legit, produced by Hit Boy, and a late entry, Absol's Gotta Rap, produced by DJ Premier.
Trust me. Primo needs mentioning. That beat is disgusting. I'm sorry, that beat is unbelievable.
I feel like Primo's journey this year has been so subtle as well. We'll probably talk about it more later, but like to drop this one.
Yeah, this one topped it, honestly. Because like you said, because with that, his little like, what is it, volume thing, because Beat Breaks, I've been banging that out most of the year. Yeah, but I've got to rap. That beat is unbelievable.
I think it's arguably Primo's best beat ever. Like it does what NY State of Mind does, but like it takes it to a new level with the sampling. It's got everything you want from a Primo beat, really and truly.
Did any of you think
all of that?
Did any of you think the horns were a bit, and excuse the pun, reminiscent of They Reminisce Over You, the Pete Rock beat, the classic Pete Rock and CL Smooth?
Oh, a little bit actually.
Yeah.
I didn't think that, but a little bit.
It's a classic hip hop beat, really. It's just like nuts and bolts. I don't mean to downplay it like that, but it's just because it is quite dense and there's quite a lot going on. But it is just, it's one of the most straight hip hop beats I've heard all year, and I don't mean that in a negative way.
But the thing is, I think Primo's found a way. I think it might have been this year. Since Prime, I've noticed it a bit more, but like this year especially, he's gotten out of that habit of just doing a loop, and he's like worked out ways to just give songs progression and just, I don't know, just let them crazy journeys now.
Sam, you've how much have you listened to this beat?
Twice. When you guys were talking about it, I was like, I guess I better listen to this song, man. I listened to it. I was like, oh, this ain't too bad. Listen to it again. I was like, yeah, I can forget about that. Like, I was like, I don't know how to put it yet.
Oh
My
my-
list,
oh
I don't
my
think my list
days.
even included this beat. I ain't gonna lie, man. My list didn't care about this beat at all. I was somewhere else. I was like, I don't see what they
That's
care
the
about.
thing
There's
with
harder
beats,
beats.
though. It just depends how you feel in a way.
It is. That's what I mean. It's what the beat gives you as well. Because because some people might like love certain beats. I'm like, nah, that beat is just not for me whatsoever. But this
Real.
beat just hits for me. Hits.
I don't know.
big
Something
time.
about this year, I just feel like it was very kind of like there was a lot of good boom bap beats that came out, and then there was a lot of like new age type beats that came out, and then this was like somewhere between the two. Like it was like a development of a classic producer's sound, and they've gone not like somewhere else, but they've gone up a level type thing. I'm like, yeah, I get it, but I was like, I ain't blown away by it, you know. But the way Theo was acting in the group chat, I was like, boy, I've got to at least listen to it now. You know what I mean? I was like, I got to give it some time.
I know what you mean with beats. It's like kind of how you feel in the moment and this and that. But I did this a couple of times. I did it today as well. I queued up all 5 that we've got in a row. There was only one on there that I just didn't feel. I'll be honest, I didn't think it deserved to be top 5, and that was Diet Coke. Listening to it in between all
I
these
knew you'd
others,
say that.
it's not on the level.
No,
I knew
No,
you'd say
no,
that.
Trust me. Listen to all 5 back to back, and there's something lacking with that beat. There's not much going on compared to the others. I trust me, but that
Is that
just trust
100% objective as well? Like you can admit it to us. You can admit
No, it's
it,
no, honestly, it has zero to do with how much I dislike that man. But yeah, you have to trust me on this. You listen to the complexity of like United in Grief, like I say, the sort of layering and the classic feel to the Primo one. Legit. I mean, if we were to decide now, looking at like what we've got and the ordering and that, I'd put Legit number 1. I think that beat is incredible.
Legit is
That beat
unbelievable, isn't it?
Legit is
piano in that.
disgusting. Because it's not, but it's a sample as well for Hitler to do the sample the way it is. It's just when he holds the note and he's just and then it just drops, and I'm like, I remember because I remember when Kieran said about like listening to Legit, and I was going through the album, and when Legit came on, I was like, what the hell am I listening to? I couldn't believe what I was listening to.
Hit Boy done it again.
Incredible. It's just unreal.
Legit, Got a Rap and United in Grief. There's just more to it than that Diet Coke. And then the only other one you could maybe compare to Diet Coke is the final one we've not really mentioned, which is Johnny P's Caddy. But again, it's just so much more full. And I keep saying this word, but rich. There's just more punch to it. There's more, and I'll say it like Theo, you said the word earlier. There's more oomph to it. I promise you. I'm not just saying it because of how I feel about one of the producers. And I like Diet Coke. Like I really like the song. The beat is good, but it's not. When you listen to it, just those 5, put them together, it's not on the level. It's not on the level. I think it's if I try to take away my bias, I think it's between Got a Rap and Legit. That's what I think are the top 2.
Sam, what are you saying? Did you listen to all of them?
I've listened to Nas's album. Obviously, I listened to Kendrick's. Obviously, listened to Benny's. And like I said with Absol's, I was just like, you know, I was like, I'll give it a couple listens. But for me, my beat
none
of
of
the year,
these are any of these beats in your top 5?
Yeah. Diet Coke is. My beat of the year was Tabula Rasa, and for very strong reasons. I just really like that beat.
So one thing I'd say about that one, it was just to get a top 5, is that technically came out end of last year, end of 2021. Although it was on the album, it was a single from 2021.
That's a technical.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
Also, I don't think that beat. I don't think I like that beat as well, but that again, it's not hitting like the 4 out of the 5 we've got here.
It's about vibes though, social. Like that, there's a certain vibe that song's given. It's not supposed to be rich.
There is, but we're talking about beats. We're
told you one beat. There was a beat though that was kind of disappointing, but then I kind of think it's my fault that should be on this top 5 list, and I feel bad because it's on me, because I think it competes for some of these beats. It's Help Me God.
Oh, yeah, that's hard. That's a hard beat.
Phil, you found that
beat.
Well.
No, I know, because that beat is disgusting, and I almost feel a bit that I've let myself down with that one because that beat.
I know. I swear we said that was number 1 when it dropped as well. What happened?
Yeah, That's a powerful beat, that one.
Sci-Hi the
That is-
Prince, Help Me God. That is a
Yeah.
crazy track.
Yeah, big recommendation. Look, I'm happy to go with Gotta Rap. I mean, like I say, my personal favorite is Johnny P's Caddy. That's just played all year for me. I think based on like the consensus, I would say Legit has the edge, but I think Gotta Rap is a worthy number one. I think it's I don't know whether I'd go as far as saying it's Primo's best, but it's up there. It's got everything you want from a hip hop beat, I think. So I'm happy to go with that as number one.
I would accept Legit just because I know Sam wasn't too inspired by Gotta Rap, but I don't know if
No,
that was
it's
just
just-
a personal preference.
Sean hit the nail on the head. Like sometimes beats inspire you, and this one didn't touch me the same way. Like I appreciated what you guys were trying to go for, but I just think for me there was I think I've got a different ear to you. Like I'm not trying to hear like the big boom bappy beats and that type of style. Like I'm into like more like trappy type stuff, you know, like so some of my beats are a bit more like new age ish.
Yeah.
There's a bit of variety though. Looking at our individuals, like just having a look through now. Like Theo, you had how do you pronounce it? Is it Thoe's Revenge? Is that off the Benny album? Is that how you pronounce it?
Oh yeah, because that I'm sorry, that beat is unbelievable.
That's a bouncy beat, that one.
Alchemist with those horns, man. Oh my goodness me. That
I don't
beat
know
is
why.
disgusting.
Something about that beat just feels like 2006 Madden to me. Like I don't know why. It doesn't feel good. That's why it's not anywhere near my list. That
Oh, I love it.
I'm not
No, I
here for
love
that,
it.
man.
Absolutely
I had
love it.
like in terms of like a trunk rattling one, I had Let the Smoke Shine the Coops. I think about number 6. That beat is just
That's a crazy beat.
talking about hard. That is crazy. And Hate by Quez on Lil Kana's album. I think the composition of that beautiful. Those droney synths that I spoke about when we did the review. The drums hit so hard. Yeah, great beat. So there's a bit of variety there. But I know what you mean, Sam. I think your palette is perhaps a bit different to the rest of us. But so what are we going with then? Is it between Legit and Gotta Rap? Is that what we're saying?
It's definitely between Legit and Gotta Rap. They're just I'm struggling because Legit is amazing.
If I had to push one up there, I'd push Legit up there because I actually like that beat quite a lot.
Let's go with Legit because
Yeah.
mine are all interchangeable, to be honest. Anyway, my order.
They are, and
Okay.
I just remember when I heard Legit for the first time, and I just thought this is just
It's mind-blowing.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
So like beat of the year, I thought straight away it was just ridiculous.
Let's
Absolutely
consider
ridiculous.
actually as well, because I think like late beat drops is quite a common trope that you hear a lot. But I feel like this is like one of the most unique versions of that late beat drop I've ever heard.
Yeah. And I love even just the little
piano.
additions to the beat, like the piano where he just the hands slide on the piano, the bass line. Ah man, yeah. So is that what we're going for? We're saying
Yeah,
Let's go with Legit.
is Legit is beat of the year. So
But if
funny enough, I
you
think-
listen to Theo and Kieran, you have to listen to Gotta Rap by Absol. Apparently, it's DJ Premier's best beat ever, is what they've said. So
We were saying it's essential, but
yeah, they're saying it's essential listening.
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
and also I think Hit Boy has won beat of the year 2 years in a row with us now. I think Nas is good won last year. So
Possibly.
We were gassed.
Oh, Nas is good, man. That beat was just. We were so gassed. Oh, that beat. Oh my goodness me, Jesus.
So next category we have Best Producer, and the nominees are Kenny Beats, Pharrell, Inflow, Hit Boy, and The Alchemist. I don't think there's going to be a ton of debate here based on the aggregate scores, but I think it's worth having a chat about all of them here. Should we just cut to the chase? Are we in agreement that The Alchemist is Producer of the Year?
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
got
you can't.
You can't argue it.
But
That, even when I try to look at it.
Sam's argued Inflow's number one. So
Nah, I'm arguing influence because he's Inflow. Like, to be honest, you know what it is? I actually really don't have a producer of the year because I never sit down and go, oh, the producer here, and it's too like picky. I'm never really looking at who's produced what unless it's like very obviously sounding like, oh wait, this is an Alchemist beat, this is a so-and-so beat. So for producer of the year, I'm happy to see it go to whoever because realistically now, actually no, I take that back. I think it should be Kenny Beats, but that's only because that Louis album was amazing.
yeah.
But
Well,
what I'm saying is, out of all the people that have actually produced, beats with lyrics on, I guess it could be Alchemist. I'm not really paying attention like that.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned
yeah.
Kenny. Sorry, go ahead,
Sean.
Theo.
No, I was going to say because in regards to Kenny Beats, because I was trying to look and try and argue that point because I think that Louis album is absolutely phenomenal, and I was trying to get him up there. But I think when you look at the body of work that Alchemist has done compared to what Kenny Beats has done in the year and compare it, that's when you really like, oh yeah, it has to be Alchemist. Because I was really trying to get Kenny Beats as high up as possible because I think the Louis album is just worthwhile.
I'm with you on that. I think it's perhaps due to the fact that he made that Louis album. I think maybe a lot of his time and effort went into putting that body of work together, and it's a great album. But that's perhaps why it's maybe not his most prolific and extensive year to date. I feel like Kenny Beats has put out more volume in the past than what he's done this year, and it feels kind of harsh to put him down on that. But again, I think if we go to the top of the list. You look at I think I said it in the group. I think the quality and the quantity of what Alchemist did, the different artists that he worked with, the different types of beats he made. I think that's what gets him the winning spot. But I mean, we haven't spoken about Pharrell yet. I mean, in terms of like the soundscape, sorry, not the soundscape. In terms of like the variety of sound, the different artists that Pharrell worked with this year, what he did with Pusha T's album. It's incredible.
Pharrell's definitely
really.
like in his prime again.
Yeah,
he's like had a second peak now. He's on like Rosalia's album and so many other major names. Like he's on MIA's album as well. It's amazing.
Mr. Morale.
Yeah. I was just about to say that he produced Mr. Morale. He's had a great year.
And he's had 2 incredible solo singles this year too, which is quite a rare thing for him, especially after hearing that Entrepreneur one. I was thinking Pharrell's solo career is over. But the Cash In, Cash Out with 21 Savage and Tyler, that beat, most people rate that one of the best songs of last year as well. And the other one, Down in Atlanta with Travis, which I find that one mind-blowing.
That's an odd beat, that one. I mean that in a good
weird
way.
Yeah, it's so weird, but like in a good way.
So we also had Inflow on the list. I think with Inflow, similarly to Pharrell, I think the different artists that he worked with throughout the year, and I really want to highlight his composition, the ability to work with. It sounds like maybe I'm wrong, but it sounds like he's working with live musicians.
Yeah,
and what he does with Salt. Who else has he worked with this year? I think he did a bit of production on the Black Thought and Danger Mouse album as well. Maybe a bit of collaboration on at least one of those beats. I think I don't want to seem like I was dissing him with the talk on No Thank You, but I think his ability to compose and work with live instrumentation is phenomenal.
It reminds me of Kanye on Late Orchestration. That whole like orchestral hip hop. It's great.
Yeah. No, you're right. And then, I mean, we just spoke at quite a lot of length about Hit Boy, but I think in terms of that instant it factor, he's got it. He's actually said something. I've read an interview of him, and he said that he's actually one of the least technical producers out there. His priority is just kind of getting the best out of who he works with. And sometimes less is more, but I feel bad saying that after like talking about a beat like Legit, where that's not a simple
Legit's
beat.
Crazy. Yeah. He's not actually that simple a producer, but
no,
I think generally he is, but he also can do the most complex productions as well.
And I remember we did when we used to do our battles. I think me and Theo did the Alchemist first Hit Boy. It was like 2020, just their beats from 2020. And there's just something about Hit Boy's production that it's just
the mixes. That's why he was on Watch the Throne and since then as well, because the way he mixes his beats, that's just like what I describe as like a 2010 style banger. He's got that really down.
Well, he just keeps like I lose words for Hit Boy because I'm thinking to myself, how can he just keep doing it again and again and again and finding absolute wonders of beats? It's just amazing, really. But I'll go on about it again, but that Legit beat, after like producing King's Disease 2 and Magic, like Speechless. We heard Speechless last year. Maybe that needs to be mentioned as well.
Oh, like, one thing is that Magic's included though, because it wasn't included in last year's awards, so we kind of have to like factor it in when we consider how good Hit Boy has been.
Oh, 100%.
That's why I was arguing he was number one at one point as well.
Speechless is just incredible. How do you produce something like Speechless, which is absolutely phenomenal, and then come back again and then make something like Legit? It's just absolutely ridiculous.
My favorite Hit Boy beat of the year is Fun. That like
Fun is.
Hopefully, I'm pronouncing that correctly.
But have you seen how he's produced that? There's a video of how he's made that from scratch. It's absolutely incredible how he's done that. Yeah, it's just disgusting how he's done it. Just blows my mind, really.
That was, listen, you all know how much I love The Alchemist, but when Hit Boy, there's an instant, like, it just hits straight away. I know I'm like, his name is Hit Boy. It sounds a bit stupid what I'm saying.
Hit Boy just makes straight hits.
He couldn't have found a better name in that way. Yeah. Like, not just as in like a big single, but just the way it feels and it sounds, the instant it factor. He's got it, man. Michael and Quincy too deserves a mention. But I'm glad Magic was mentioned.
Michael and Quincy. No, man, that gives me goosebumps.
That song makes me want to crash the car when I'm listening to it.
I will never forget the first time my video messages are still in the group. I'll never forget the first time I listened to that song. Honestly. When that beat drop came,
put that on the Discord for the fans.
That was disgusting, man. That was disgusting. I could have trashed my headphones. I'm not even gonna lie.
I swear you chucked them in the video.
No, I think I might have chucked him. You know, it was just ridiculous.
So big up Hit Boy, but I think by the sounds of it, I mean, it doesn't sound like The Alchemist is our favorite. Is our best producer of the year. It sounds like Hit Boy's, but it looks like we've given it to The Alchemist. I mean, I'll reel off some of the work that he's done this year. He produced on Sick, Earl's album, Diamond Mind with Dre. He did the Continuance project with Currency, God Don't Make Mistakes, Tanner Talk 4, Bronson's album, We Cry Together, Elephant Man's Bones with Rock Marciano, Blackest in the Room by Freddie Gibbs, Red Death by Westside. It's just like
it's too much.
It's too much.
Too many classic Alchemists.
Yes, that is ridiculous.
It feels like everything he's been doing the past few years has culminated this year, and he's just like he's gone crazy.
Yeah. And the thing I'd always say about him is that there's a difference between beat makers and producers, and I feel like Alchemist really gets in there and creates a soundscape for that artist. Like what he's done with Boldy James is just incredible. His transitions as well. I don't think anyone does transitions better than The Alchemist. From one track to the other, it's just seamless and immaculate. And also, like you could argue that his beat style making a lot of the time is a bit like what we said with Hit Boy. Well, what Hit Boy said about himself is a bit simple in that a lot of it's just loops, but it's creating that atmosphere. I mean, I think Alchemist could score films. I think he's that good. I think
definitely it's quite revolutionary, the vibe that he creates on his tracks.
Yeah,
but it reminds me of RZA as well for some reason.
Yeah. No, that's a good shout. Any before we move on, any honourable mentions for producers? Anyone who didn't
DJ Premier, I think should be mentioned.
Of course, yeah, of course.
He had that EP.
I had Quez. Another UK producer who did Hugo. I think what missed out maybe on our collective list is he maybe just didn't do enough compared to the others, put out enough music. But I think what he did within those 10 tracks was pretty impressive. Darringer as well.
Oh, Darren, yes, that's a very good point. He's had a solid year. Very solid year. You can even chuck Dre in there, even though he didn't produce a lot of beats. But what he did for that GTA soundtrack was amazing.
Dre, he's always good.
Yeah,
I'd like to shout out a UK producer called M1. He's like M1, one of the biggest UK producers, big drill guy. But I just feel like this list is so American, apart from Inflow, obviously. But it's like there's big producers in the UK, and like they're not. Yeah, of course. They're not really making like world-breaking music, so they're not getting any kind of shine. But M1 is consistently doing this drill thing. Like he doesn't miss. Every year he's got a beat of the year for me.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you mentioned. What would you say is his beat of this year then? Like for the
Warm
listeners?
by K-Trap. I think that's a collab with some
other guy. That.
Yeah,
we'll get to that one.
Yeah, but Warm.
I mean,
Warm
I would.
By K-Trap.
If you want to add more UK, I'd add MIA in as well. I think what she did on her album was crazy production-wise. I think that's the most she's ever produced her own music as well. Energy Frequency, I think, is the best beat.
Okay, cool. Bit of UK mention, that's good. All right, so the next category is Best New Artist. Again, this one should be fairly straightforward, but I'll run through the nominees. So we've got Red Veil. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Theo, maybe you can talk a little bit more about them in a bit. We've got Flyer Anakin. We've got, and hopefully I pronounced this one right too, Doechi. We've got Love the Genius and Shy Girl. That's our 5. Where should we start? Should we start with?
No,
should we
you have to talk about this Fly Anakin guy, right? Because when you dropped it on us about this is who I'm listening to, we had no idea who the fuck this guy was. Tell the people about this Fly
How
Anakin
the hell did you
person,
find
please.
this guy?
So this is actually interesting because I didn't actually have him in my top 5 for a specific reason, but Kieran did, I think. So hopefully Kieran can add some stuff as well. The only reason I didn't have him in my top 5 is because he's actually been putting out music for quite a few years, but hopefully I'm not wrong by saying this. This, I think, is his debut full-length solo release. So as a solo artist,
that makes him a new artist, yeah.
A new artist, yeah. But he's been doing work with Pink Sifu.
Okay. You mentioned him a lot.
And some other artists in that lane for a while now. For me, with this one, I can't remember how I found it. Like I said, I've been sort of casually listening to him for a while, but this one for me was just, when I heard him, I heard like AZ meets West Side Gun, like a few different rappers over these really quite strange loopy beats, reminded me a little bit of The Alchemist. I don't know, this one, we've said this word a couple of times now. I'm sounding like I can't really give you an articulate answer other than it was just a vibe. First time I listened to it was at night time. It gave me these chilled sort of, I don't know who else it reminded me of. I'm trying to think of another name. Bit like Rock Marciano as well.
It's a bit like Mike as well, who
a bit like Mike,
that new album.
There's a lot of, I call them Earl babies. There's a lot of artists out now that are clearly influenced by Earl Sweatshirt. And I wouldn't say he sounds like Earl at all, really, but yes, he's in that lane. I'll let Kieran speak because I'm not really articulating it that well. But yeah, for me, it was a vibe, and it's one of the best debut albums I've heard all year. Yeah.
No, definitely. I think he's also one of the best rappers of the year too. I don't know if I put him in my I put him in my top 10 as well, definitely, because I feel like just the way he's rapping on this, it reminds me of what West Side Gun does. I won't say tries to do because that's a bit rude, but like I feel like Fly Anakin does it so good. Like something reminds me of Jay-Z as well. I can't explain it properly, but it reminds me of like if Jay was rapping on these kind of beats, he'd probably come like this. I don't know how to explain that any more than that, but
no,
that's why I rate him.
I don't think he's an easy artist to explain because I don't really know what he's talking about a lot of the time either. And in that sense, it reminds me of Raekwon a little bit. Like Only Built for Cuban Links is one of the greatest rap albums of all time, and I can only say I kind of understand what he's saying on there.
It just sounds so like sick, though. Do you know what I mean? Like he's rapping with such a relentless flow on almost every single track.
I think there were other things as well that were very personal, like the first track, Love Song. There's the big pun interpolation, and there's the Sean Price track. There's the Madlib beat on No Dough. What is the song where he is just going off? Is it Telepathic? It might be Telepathic.
This is the thing with that album, though. Like he's really got his own vibe. And it's like, it is a bit similar to like what West Side Gun does, what Earl does, but it does feel quite unique to like him as well. I can't even place why it feels like that, but
he's a great artist. I think.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah, everyone should check him out.
He'll be an amazing artist, I think, in the future as well.
Yeah, definitely. Theo, do you want to tell us a bit about Red Veil? Because I had no idea. I'd never heard of this artist before, and it crept in.
I feel like everyone's digging deep, and I feel bad because my picks are all like pretty like easy to find people that are on lists and stuff. What the fuck is Red Veil?
I think mine were too as well. I think mine were pretty.
The thing is with Red Veil, I just kind of found him because it was on my Spotify release radar, and I checked him out and I thought, this kid's all right. And then I realized that he's only 18. He self-releases his own music and he produces most of his own music, and it sounds amazing. The
productions are nice.
Yeah, the productions are nice and it sounds really, really polished. And I thought, I actually, when I first saw him, I thought, he was an established artist, but he's just 18-year-old upcoming and producing his own stuff and just releasing it on his own. And I thought deserves a shout and a mention because that album Learn to Swim is great. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, our favorite people in Pitchfork actually decided to give it a good rating for once, but that's another thing. But yeah, no, it's just he's a really good artist and someone I'll keep looking out for in the years to come.
No, that's cool. Do you listen, out of curiosity, do you listen to Mavi or Mavi? I don't know how you pronounce, but Mavi. Do you listen to that artist?
No, I've heard him. I haven't really sat down and listened to him probably.
Another one that I call like an Earl baby. I'm not trying to disrespect any of these guys or say that they're copying Earl or anything like that. I just feel it's more of a a compliment to Earl and how influential he is on a certain part of the scene. You might like Marvy, basically. You might like that artist as well. Let's talk, because I feel like Sam, we got to get Sam more involved. Let's talk about Love the Genius. I feel like we all had a moment with that verse on Conway's album, right?
Is that how that's said? I thought it was like 7-5 the Genius.
I think it's the Genius. I think. If you flip the 7 and then the X is an O, it looks like Love.
That's
the
a bit like that guy Black, who's 6 lack, but yeah, it's one of those terrible spellings. It's just the way they were rapping on that song, man. That whole like, I just had a conundrum. That flow was nice. It was like Lauryn Hill-ish, like it was feeling good. And to hear a new rapper come on with that level of confidence is nice, because it felt like they were like laid back, but also kind of like, you know what I mean, like owning the beat type thing. So it was nice, especially because the way that beat pushes and pulls and the drums all over the place. It's like, no, I'm not gonna try and fit in the pocket. You know what I mean? I'm like swinging with it. You know what I mean? It was like that kind of feel.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. This is the one on the list where I think this is the only thing I've heard from them all year, but I just had to put them on there. That verse alone was just different.
Amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Different. I had, I think maybe a couple of us did, Doechi as well. TDE artist, Doechi, I think that's how you pronounce.
She had a couple moments this year, though.
She has some buzz, yeah.
Pro Freak on the Smino album. Have you heard that? That feature?
Yeah, that is, Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's impressive. That is impressive.
She almost made my top 5 features, I'm not going to lie. And she almost made my top 5 features last year on the Isaiah Rashad song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's cool, man. That gives me hope for TDE. And I don't mean to disrespect the rest of the roster, but it's clear that they're not the same label as what they were 5-10 years ago. But she's the one, I think. That's, she's done some other things like Persuasive with Scissor, Stressed. There's a few contributions this year from her. I think she maybe released an EP as well. But yeah, that Pro Freak feature on there, she goes off, man. Big recommendation. But our number one, I think, no debate, is Shy Girl, right?
Yeah, shout out to Kieran for that one.
It was a good time.
Kieran came along and was like, yo, have you heard of Shy Girl? I was thinking, I have technically, but I haven't been listening. And he's like, oh, she's got a project coming out. You need to take that one in. And I'm glad I did.
It's one of them names. It was just on everyone's lips this year, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's cheeky as well. Like her songs are a bit cheeky, a bit playful. Like you can't go wrong with that in my eyes. It's a good place to sit in.
I like that she doesn't just do rap as well. Like she does pop and she does it really well too. And she does like dance as well, which I think we were discussing this in one of our previous episodes. Like it's quite a unique thing to UK that we mix dance and pop with a lot of stuff. Yeah, for sure. Kieran, no, you put it perfectly when we last spoke about her. She's a dirty girl. Like she's foul. she's naughty.
That's most of rap though. That's like all that Meg Thee Stallion type lane. That's all they talk about. Cardi B, that's what that is. It's just people saying disgusting shit, but people
she's
like
doing
it
in a very creative way, using a number of different sounds and influences. And I think, considering she's already working with the likes of FKA Twigs and some other artists, Arca. There you go, like very eclectic, different experimental music. I think Shy Girl's going to go a long way and is a worthy pick for new artist of the year. Any other names? I had Jeshi. They dropped an album called Universal Credit, another UK rapper, worth checking out. That was a strong debut. Any others from anyone? I mean, Koji Radical's arguable. I know he's not new, but it was his debut album this year. Yeah, similar situation to Fly Anakin, right? Yeah. But I don't know. We've spoken enough, actually. But yeah. Anyone else? Any others? I think we're good.
No, I don't know if there's many new artists that have popped up on the radar. And if there has, it's like you can't just whack them on there for like, well, okay, that kind of breaks what we're saying with this Love the Genius person, but
Mm.
you know, you can't whack them on there for one song or one feature. Like
You did it for a feature.
that was hard.
Yeah, it
Though.
wasn't
That was
even
a
their song,
completely
yeah.
different flex.
But no, listen, listeners, if you've not heard that feature, go away and you'll understand why. But we are now about halfway through, so we might as well just quickly recap. So for best album, we've got Kendrick Lamar's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Best beat, we have Nas Legit, produced by Hit Boy. Best producer, we have The Alchemist, and best new artist is Shy Girl. The next category is best song. So the nominees for that are K-Trap Warm. We've got Dr. Dre ETA. We've got Nas Beef. We've got Conway the Machine Stressed. And we've got Kendrick Lamar The Heart Part 5. Can we please start with K-Trap? Sam, the floor is yours.
A-Track Warm is like the new Talking the Hardest in my eyes, right? It's just that song that just gets things going. I don't know how to describe it. Something in that song speaks to your bones. It is spiritual what that song does. It's just, I don't know. It's like when he goes, after the beat, your hands all trembling. I'm like, yeah. Obviously, I don't do any of this type of stuff, but I'm telling you, that song, it touches you. And you can't deny, if you listen to that song, you want to do something. You don't know what you want to do, but you want to do something. So, yeah, that's why I'm putting best song as K-Trap Warm. Like it, but as well, like when it plays outside, the way people react to it is like you haven't seen people react to a song like that in a long time.
Okay, I'm glad you got it in there because it gives a bit more variety to the list, and I think especially since moving out of the Heath, I don't get every now and then you'd hear songs playing in cars or like when you're going down the high road and whatnot. I don't get that where I live anymore. So and maybe that's not maybe that doesn't happen where you are, Sam. I won't reveal where you live. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is I definitely feel even more what's the word? Attached from that type of music than I was even previously when I lived more around it. So I'm glad it's in there. And I've listened to it quite a lot because, you know, I respect your opinion on that. And I get it. I do get it. If it's the street anthem of the year, I believe it. Like, it is. There is something about
street
it.
anthem of the year.
Gets the people going. Yeah.
It's provocative.
Yeah. But do you know what? The way you described it reminded me of the first time I heard 21 Savage. When I heard that first project he did with Metro Boomin, and I was like, oh shit, I feel like he's going to come through the door and kill me or something like that.
Yeah.
There's certain artists are able to just capture a feeling. And a bit like film, it's like you, even though you don't do it yourself and you don't want to do these things, you just get a little bit, I don't know, it's a bit exciting, a bit exhilarating. Does anyone else have any opinions on that song? I feel like Kieran just like move on. Like,
Kieran's like, I don't listen to trap.
I don't like drill at all. And I don't know what's special about this song, to be honest, but I'm just listening to what you guys are saying. And it's like,
have you listened to it?
I genuinely think that, like, okay, cancel me now. I think the general populace, especially of rap and hip hop fans in UK, have a really poor taste in what's good music. No, cancel me.
I can't even.
That's how I feel.
I can't even cancel you. I just have to respect what you're saying and just realize you're just talking out your bum cheeks because what the hell?
No, this is my mouth speaking.
Oh man,
why do you say such a thing?
I like. Why is Stormzy the best rapper in this country?
Oh,
give me a proper answer.
That's because the people that are supporting him aren't rap fans; they're just Stormzy fans.
My only reply to that is, who is the biggest rapper in the States?
Russ.
I don't even know. Kendrick?
Drake.
I don't know. Drake?
Is he the best?
Oh, you said the best. I thought you said the biggest. I thought it was Russ or something. I don't know.
No,
I feel like Drake's done enough to earn being number one, though. Like Drake's actually done a lot.
Drake carried a whole country that he's not even from.
Exactly.
We'll leave, I'll leave that one.
I was just commenting on taste, you know.
All right, fair enough. We're not going to cancel you.
Though. The whole country, the UK, come for him. You said your taste is rubbish.
Yeah. Cancel me.
Yeah. If we get any sort of fame, we have to protect Kieran. We have to get security or something like that.
That's where all the budget will go.
Yeah. Theo, anything to add, or do you want to move on to? Should we talk about ETA? Why that made the list?
Yeah, you can move on to ETA because I can't. Yeah.
I said I'd leave the pod if ETA wasn't top 5.
I didn't even see that message. Well, what the hell are you talking about?
Some madness.
But I'm not mad at that, Kieran, because I think, look, there's other songs on here that have more depth to them.
Hold on, I didn't even put it in my top 5 though.
What? That does not make sense. But you're not the only one that did that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna expose you, Sam, but I don't mean this in a bad way. I remember like a few weeks ago, Sam messages the group and says, "Stressed is the best song of the year. We all have to have it number 1." And it's not even in your top 5. Like,
I don't think I remembered what I said. I don't, sometimes I pop up in the group chat and I say hella stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's that one there. That's it. And then I forget, like, literally the moment I press send. I just, sometimes you just want to just offload thoughts in your head. Yeah. That was one of it. But Stressed is the song of the year, man. In fact, I want to, I can't even do the board anymore. Whatever, man. The board's broken. But yeah, Stressed is the song of the year, man. Don't lie.
Fair enough. But let's just quickly talk about ETA because correct me if I'm, it's opinion in it. I feel like I said, it's not, in terms of the content, it's not the most deep, profound stuff that they're saying. It's just got that classic West Coast feel. It felt like when I heard that song, it was like, I've missed Dr. Dre. I've missed Dr. Dre being, I don't mean this in a negative way, relevant.
Whatever it's
like being a part of the scene, the not being like off away doing something that we'd never hear and this and that. It was just hearing that production, the chemistry between the artists on there. I wouldn't have thought to put Busta
Snoop
with
A-game.
Snoop and Anderson .Paak. The hook, like it's just a great song. Like, just a really, really good.
It's one of the
rap
best
song.
pussycuts of all time. Like I think if we made a top 10 list, it would be on there.
Yeah, and Anderson .Paak kills it, man.
Anderson .Paak is the guy, man.
Yeah.
The chemistry he had with Dre on this song was just unbelievable. Absolutely, just it's phenomenal. Chef's kiss to that.
Everyone delivered. The back and forth, sharing the verses.
I think Busta Rhymes was the biggest surprise being on that track, to be honest, because you wouldn't expect him as like one of Dre's collaborators, but
no,
it's good.
Well, he's had a good year. We'll get to him a bit later on, but I think the next 3 is where there's more of the debate. Nas Beef, I think, is one we should talk about next.
Perfection.
I think this one, do you know what? We've seen Nas do this before where he, like, there's I Gave You Power where he speaks from the perspective of a gun. There's Rewind. We've seen him do these conceptual songs. I just think now where so many rappers are dying, are being murdered, and to talk about this subject matter now and put together such a well-written song is really powerful. I think when I heard Beef, like the first time, I think I messaged in the group, I was like, is that the best song on this album? Because it just felt incredibly relevant to what's going on. And I feel like everyone should listen to it. If everyone listened to that, we might avoid some more deaths. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. And like Hit Boy's beats, it's just weird. It's eerie, isn't it? Like it just shakes you up a little. Yeah. It's not a good thing.
It's really powerful. Anyone want to add anything further to that? I mean, I can say why I think it's not number one, but again, it's very much nitpicky, fine margin stuff.
I think it's relevancy, like I think the song we've got that's tipping number 1 is like the relevancy of it is like mad high. Like it's on topic, it's on brand, and the video as well, obviously, kind of emphasizes that this is more for those people that weren't hearing it per se,
Yeah, I think the thing that separates that with The Heart Part 5 is, I think, again, I kind of said it, we've kind of heard Nas do that kind of thing before, so that's been so nitpicky. But also, I think what Kendrick and those involved did by sort of flipping that Marvin Gaye sample, speaking again on the culture, it's an incredibly relevant song, but in such a creative way, playing the role of Nipsey Hussle in the third verse. It just has some extra oomph to it. Again, elevated by the video, but and also elevated by the fact we hadn't really heard from Kendrick in a long time. So to get that was like, it was a wow moment. But I think we have to consider those things, and I think it just has that wow factor.
I mean, the song's so good that fans requested it was added to the album. so it was put on the end. It wasn't there originally when the album dropped.
No, it's even like the way they, although the beat isn't that different to the original song, you know, Marvin Gaye's "I Want You." It's what they do with it, and it's like, you know, it's slightly sped up. They take away everything and just leave the drums at one point. So powerful, like less is more in that moment. It's just beautifully crafted, man. And like I say, it just has this wow factor to it that I think elevates it a bit more than Beef. But
It's got an amazing melodic chorus as well.
yeah, exactly. There's that too. And I just want to say, before we talk about one more song, Kendrick could have probably had 3 or 4 songs as Song of the Year, I think.
Definitely.
Arguably. There's a few on that Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers album that are, I know I'm kind of repeating myself, but just very much pushing the boundaries, moving the needle, talking about things that perhaps we've not heard artists of that caliber and that status talk about. So that status, sorry, I'm turning into American. But this one, the Heart Part 5, I think everything encompassed was executed the best. But Stressed, we haven't spoken about Stressed yet by Conway.
Great song. It's like a very, you know, the reason why I came in the group talking about like, oh, this is a fucking, you know, world-class song. It's like, it's very open, very honest. And it's very strange to hear a rapper talk badly about themselves, but also make it sound good, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you just come away with a really cool understanding, or like not cool actually, a really detailed understanding of Conway as a person, as an artist, and the way he thinks. And it's relatable. Everybody's been stressed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think I didn't say this at the beginning. I had Conway's album in my top 5 actually. I think what he did with that album was so impressive, and to see his journey and him continually progress, especially with the amount of music he puts out, is incredible. But that song in particular, I said it at the time, I think it really gives me, I think artists who make that kind of music aren't always the most honest and the most vulnerable. Or like you said, Sam, in a way, like that self-deprecating. And we've only really heard that from the likes of people like Tupac and DMX and Scarface. And this feels like a continuation of that. This song was maybe the most powerful. If you take away like the video and the fact that Kendrick was away for so long, this song right here hits hard. Like this one makes me feel emotional, even like when I listen to it today. Conway's, like I said, he's put out so much music. He's told us so much about his life, but he was able to go even further with this one. And I think from an emotional standpoint, this is the one on that list that really, really hits hard and will stand the test of time as well. What I think separates it though is you could perhaps say that it's not the most creative on here. You know, a song like a Beef or the Heart Part 5 is maybe doing a bit more, is maybe a bit more original. But yeah, I'm talking.
That was my thing as well. Like, I think if you look at my list, I did actually put quite a few songs above it as well, because I don't know, I just felt like there's other songs this year that just even though it's emotionally weighty, I feel like other songs are just like, for me and all the stuff, like just better songs, like Nobody Knows by Loyal Kana. I just think it's like, it already feels like an instant classic. That I saw one of my biggest factors actually is that like, if you played this to like people, which ones would connect more with people, and like which ones would, I don't know, just resonate more. I thought the other one I rated was like Lupe Fiasco, Miss Mural. Miss Mural. I don't know, that one. For me, I just love when there's amazing verses like that are just like painting pictures. And I think Kendrick's one does that as well. It really like, it transports you to a realm. Like I know Conway takes you into his world, but I don't know, Kendrick just almost like describes our world with like his perspective. It's amazing what Kendrick does.
No, I see where you're going with it. So do we kind of agree then that the Heart Part 5 takes it over?
I mean,
like Stress
Sean, it's not even a debate. All of us put it on the top of our list.
That's true.
This one, no debate.
Very true. Okay, well, that's that then. I think we articulated it pretty well. In terms of other songs, Kieran, you just mentioned Lupe. I had a Lupe song in my top 5 as well. I had Precious Things.
Crazy.
The scheme and the just I mean, just listen to that song. The references to hands, and he, you know, I always say Lupe is one of, if not the best, where he has a concept and he runs with it, and it's just he puts together incredibly creative songs, and that was one of them off that project. And then you had Broken, didn't you? By Little Sims.
Yeah, Little Sims Broken. That song just connects, you know. That wasn't even one of the ones I was first mentioning, but you told me to just add that in, and I started listening to it more. Something about it just makes me feel. It's kind of like stressed in a way. Actually, it makes you feel something.
Yeah, Broken was more personally. No, I wouldn't even say it wasn't for me. That song, like what the things she was talking about, but there were things. But this is what the best music does: is she might be talking about something quite specific. Kendrick did it with his album too. We spoke about the kind of the generational trauma side of things, but these artists, they will say things that are universally relatable, and I think a lot of people can relate to what Sims was talking about in that song and on that album, because you know, I think more of us are like Sims rather than living the life of Conway. If that makes sense.
I think that's probably why I put it higher.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Well, best song of the year goes to Kendrick Lamar with The Heart Part 5. Best feature. We have. Now, this is a bit of a different list. This is a bit, yeah. Okay. Busta Rhymes on Westside Gunn's Science Class. We've got Jay Electronica on Bars Simpson. We've got J. Cole on Johnny P's Caddy. We've got Jay-Z on DJ Khaled's God Did. And we've got Taylor Page on We Cry Together. Anyone want to start?
I don't know why the Taylor Page song got pushed into this, because that's not a song. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not. It's an argument.
It's like an acting performance. It's an acting performance.
Yeah, it's an argument, man. I don't know, man. That's a whole different conversation. Like, it's definitely a great feature if you were to class it as one, but to me, it's unnerving. It's like a movie scene. You know what I mean? It's very.
Yeah. Listen, if we were to talk about replay value, I think we all maybe skip that song now. I don't know. Like,
I've listened to it once, twice.
Yeah, it's not something that's enjoyable, but it's also.
Sam, I think you described it as traumatic last time we spoke about
it. That song's triggering, man. That song's scary.
But Kieran, you kind of said it earlier, and we've said it before. Like, some of the best art is hard, right? It's difficult to listen to, and I think that song is a masterpiece. And I think what they did and what Taylor Page did with that feature is maybe something we've not ever heard before in hip hop. I can't remember an actor coming in, and we've heard skits. I've never heard an actor or someone from a different profession come in and have that level of chemistry and performance with a rapper on the level of Kendrick Lamar as well. To me, it's just, in terms of originality and creativity, it was my number one. I think it's phenomenal. But yeah, if we're talking about replay value and just the musicality of it, maybe it does fall lower on the list.
I think one of my reasons why I wouldn't put it number one, but I'd keep it in the top 5, is because, like, I feel there's an element that it's not actually like her verse. I know, like, it's good to get songwriters that write for you and all this kind of stuff. But there's an element that it's like anyone could have actually done that feature. It's just she was the one that was chosen, and she delivered it perfectly as well. But it's like, when you look at these other ones, it's like these people had to do this verse. I don't know if I feel like that for Taylor Page, even though I think she did like a 10 out of 10 performance on it.
Yeah, I get you to an extent. I think
like the Busta feature is like, nobody could have done that.
Yeah, I get you. I get you in some. On one hand, you could say, yeah, other actors could have come in and given a similar performance, but we'll never know that, right? And she gave us that performance. I mean, look, yeah, but Busta gave us a great verse. Jay-Z gave us an EP, on one song.
I don't think that's his verse of the year, though. I think his verse of the year was Neck and Wrist Don't Lie.
That was in my honorables.
Yeah, he stole the flow of Pusha, or maybe Pusha stole the flow of him. I can't really decide who did who worse. But yeah, I don't know what you guys are getting from that podcast Jay-Z released on that song. Like, the audiobook he gave us. What the hell?
It's undeniable, Sam. It's just undeniable.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, we've all heard and we've all seen this the sort of footage of like Jay-Z doesn't write his raps, right? There's the famous clip of him in, what was the film about the Black Album and him
Fade to Black.
retiring? Fade to Black, and he's like sitting on the floor. Like, I think he's going mad to one of Kanye's beats, and he's just like, it's almost like, it reminds me of, do you remember Heroes? Was it Isaac, the artist who used to just sort of black out and paint shit? I get that impression of Jay-Z on his verse. It's like he went in there, maybe he had like a 16 in mind, and he just went off, and everyone's standing there like, yeah, let's just wait. Let's just let him get through this. And he just gave us this.
The amazing thing is the verse, I know, like, you could tell he had a 16 that was like really good. Then the verse starts to like trail a bit, and you're like, okay, he's sparring good, but it's not like, is this one of his best verses? I'm not sure. I swear the verse just gets better though as time goes. He starts to get into this bag that he doesn't lose. Like, I think it's 2 minutes into the verse, he just starts. Oh man, I was going to say the S word. But I don't want to say it. No. Oh.
The man went absolutely hard on the beat, is what Kieran would like to say.
Yeah,
right
let's keep it posh.
The man did absolute excellency on that beat, is what Kieran would like to say.
Pure excellency.
I mean, I think in terms of the, if we're going for sort of a more traditional rap performance, I would give it to Jay-Z. Sam, you're not feeling J. Cole either, though, right? You do not feel that.
I've tried so many times. You know what's funny? This song is actually on my like daily playlist. So every time it comes on, I'm like, okay, I'm getting into the beat. I'm like, yeah, the beat's good. Then you guys are all like, J. Cole is saying that stuff. I'm like, is he, or is he just saying things? You know what I mean? Like, he's just, I stand on the brink of the theory.
They're good punchlines, though. I'm baffled.
I'm just not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. I don't know. Like, it just, for me, there's been other like bars this year that I've been like, ooh, and there might be just one bar in a very mediocre verse. So maybe I'm just not, piecing it all together.
With Cole's verse, do you understand everything he's saying? Like he does punchlines that are so, like, they're actually really layered punchlines with like multiple entendres, but you understand it still. I think that's a really good.
He comes in on that verse as well.
Yeah, I feel it, but I'm not here for it. Like my I don't know if it's my top pick, but the Jay Electronica verse was pretty hard in that.
It was an amazing
Sunny, whatever they're called. I don't even know what they're called, man. That person got so lucky with that song. That would be their best song ever. They can't top that.
Doom's verse on that. I was considering putting Doom's verse on this as well.
I was trying to push Eminem into it. I was trying to push Eminem and Ghetto Gospel, whatever it's called, up here, but like no one was trying to hear me.
I've got that in my 10. No, I've got that. It's my honorable mentions as well. I think Eminem's like, he's back on that one.
Yeah, he felt good in there, but like,
amazing.
I don't know what you guys have to say about J. Cole, but for me, it never.
Why did no one put the Buster verse on their 10? I'm baffled.
For me, it's just I never fully sat with that album, so I just don't think I registered it. It wasn't, obviously it's a hard verse, but I didn't go verse of the year potential. Maybe if I listened to the album a bit more, gave it more time, then maybe I would have. But I just want to say something. I don't want to make this negative, but the way you feel about that Cole verse is how I kind of feel about Jay Electronica now. Like Jay Electronica is, I said this a while back, but I don't think it was on the podcast. Like, I held Jay Electronica in such high esteem, right?
Yeah.
Sort of in the early part of last decade. I think what he did with that initial project that he did, that mixtape, the Act 1 or whatever it was called, is phenomenal. I think that songs like, is it Exhibition C?
Yeah.
With Just Blaze, and some of the drops that sort of sporadically came throughout last decade. But with the recent album a couple of years back and verses like this, I just feel like he's saying kind of the same things over and over again. And although he uses big words and biblical references and name drops these people, what is he actually saying? Like, what are you telling me? Like, I try to decipher it, and it's not like a Doom verse or like Lupe or there's plenty of people like Billy Woods. Like, it's not like this cryptic or complex thing that takes time to work out. I read it, and it's like it doesn't equate to anything to me. Now, either I'm missing something or it's not that deep.
I think it just feels good. That's the way I could describe it. It just feels good to me.
He's got swagger in it. He's got charisma. It sounds cool, but it's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just still a little bit hurt by that last album. I don't know, man. But
maybe.
Yeah.
What's the verse of the year though? Although the feature of the year, because actually I feel like we're a bit undecided.
We need Theo, but Theo's gone on daddy duties, I think.
Sam, do you think that God Did verse is good though? Like, you don't think
I
it's
literally have listened to that song once because I remember I was walking home and I was like, I don't know what I'm listening to. And I was messaging you as I was listening to it. And I was like, I'm never listening to that again.
I think the problem is it's
ridiculous.
not on a good, like the production's not good. It's mixed so badly and like it's like all muddy and stuff. So it's not an easy thing to go to and be like, oh yeah, I want to listen to this track.
Do you know what it is?
But
I think I've actually given up on DJ Khaled, and so anything that happens on the DJ Khaled album is you know what I mean, just irrelevant in my eyes.
This is why it's baffling as well. Yeah, it's on the college track. Like it's not normal what Jay did on it. But
he must have paid him a lot of money for that because like imagine if you paid him per bar, that's like $1 million, $2 million a verse or some magic.
Do you think that's what Jay did? He was like, I'm gonna keep rapping so I get more money for this.
I don't know. You can't have just paid him one regular fee for that. That's the problem.
That's got to be feature of the year if he finessed it like that.
I just don't understand why he was going for so long. I was like, this can't be right. Like, surely he doesn't need to rap for this long. And it's like he just wouldn't stop.
I think for the sake of just like coming to a decision, like we've maybe got to look at the numbers, and based on our aggregates, Taylor Page and Jay-Z are tied. I'm personally willing to give up Taylor Page and go for Jay-Z and just say like bow down to the GOAT. Like he went off, and you can't really compete with someone rapping that much on one song that well.
You literally can't. Even if you tried, like there's too much words there.
And like Jay-Z could be feature artist of the year anyway because he had that neck and wrist feature. So
yeah. So
maybe that was hard for me.
Disgusting.
I think maybe let's shout out Taylor Page. Maybe we give it to Hove, and if when Theo's back, if he's got something to say, we can maybe track back. But I feel like he might agree with us.
Well, do you know what the worst bit is about that song? You completely forget the fact that Rick Ross and Lil Wayne are on that song because you basically hear a whole Jay-Z track after they
Wayne's
finish
verse
rapping.
is hard. Wayne's verse is really
hard
good.
enough.
Couple honorable mentions from me. I had Doom's verse on Billy's, the Black Thought and Danger Mouse album.
Okay.
That to me was an example of saving a verse and using it on the right song.
That must be like 17 years old, that verse. But
yeah,
it sounds like he could have, if he was still alive, it sounds like he would have rapped that today, to be honest.
Yeah. And I had Jill Scott on Conway's album, Chanel Pearls. I think
that was good.
I've never really, maybe I'm like, I've not listened to enough Jill Scott. I've not heard her rap. She
just spoken word a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was unexpected.
Yeah. And then to go from that to the singing, it's just, it was levels. But any others? Any other honorable mentions?
Lupe, Pumpkin Seeds.
Oh,
yeah. Because I don't remember the last time I heard a Lupe Fiasco feature, to be honest.
Yeah.
He brings that level.
Wasn't A$AP Rock on that as well? It was kind of outshine. I feel like he outshined. That was that's a great feature. And I did actually have, look, I know I sounded a bit harsh, but I did actually have Jay Electronica in my top 10. Yeah, Wayne on Tear Gas as well. Was it Shoot You in Your Earpods or something like that? He said, crazy. There's like line of the year. Okay, so best feature of the year goes to Jay-Z on God Did.
Right.
So second from last category, Kieran's you kind of pushed for this one, right? You wanted this one in here.
I think we have to, because I think music videos it's actually quite an integral part of the music industry. And I think we have to start to respect like that. Hip hop artists do make really incredible music videos. They arguably make some of the best. Like I think Tyler the Creator and like Brockhampton and Kendrick, obviously, they just have such incredible music videos that we've got to make this category. It's a hard category to do. I find it hard to go through all the videos and stuff, but
do you know what it is? I don't really watch music videos like I used to because it's like sometimes they come with my suggested, unless it's like a moment, then I don't see it. Like the Stormzy video.
Mm-hmm. The thing is that we can't ignore
not see it.
It's a part of the art, isn't it? So we got to think about it.
But you're right, Kieran. I think you kind of pushing for this category and us doing this has made me like this year now. I'm going to take more notice of music videos because I've been slacking, and I think it's just the nature in which we consume things now. And yeah, I haven't been checking for music videos as much, but this was fun because I kind of saved it all until recently to watch them all. Other than like Sam said, the Stormzy one or the Heart Part 5, most of them I had was my first time actually properly watching them. Yeah, but let's get that. So we've got the nominees here. We've got MIA with Popular, directed by, is that Arnaud Bresson? Hopefully I've pronounced that correct. We've got ASAP Rocky's DMB, directed by ASAP Rocky.
It's actually, I think it's Org, isn't it? Org.
What's that?
That's right. Do you know his company, Org?
Okay. So it was. Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
I did see that on the credits, but okay, so maybe it's not.
Which I think is him and other people. But
oh, okay. So yeah, shout out them. Thank you for that. Then we've got Stormzy, Mel Made Me Do It. How do you pronounce this?
Yeah, that's you who does all that kind of stuff. That's not me.
Yeah, no, that's beyond me.
You wrote that abbreviation.
We've got Little Sims, No Thank You, directed by Gabriel Moses. And then we've got The Heart Part 5 by Kendrick Lamar, directed by Kendrick Lamar and Dave Free. I think we should just cut to the chase and get to the others because we all had this one as our top pick. And that's The Heart Part 5, across the board. I think it's the only one here, maybe.
It's because of the face morphing thing, though, really and truly.
That was cool.
It's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that some of these other, and we'll get to it, most of these other videos have more going on. And
they're so cinematic. I think all of them they're so cinematic and mind-blowing.
I think that's the part that I'd want to say first before we even get into the other ones is, you've seen a cinematic music video before. You haven't seen what happened in The Heart Part 5 ever before. Do you know what I mean? That was trippy because there were certain points I'm like, wait, is that Kendrick's? Oh shit, no, it's Kobe. Oh, who's fake? Do you know what I mean? Like, I was getting kind of lost in it.
Although that point is interesting because MIA's Popular does that as well, where she made an AI robot for it to do something.
That's trippy though.
I did think that was the best music video, but I think Heart Part 5's aged a bit better.
Yeah. I think a bit. Look, we've all seen the what is it called when you do that with the face? It's deep fakes, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. We've all seen deep fakes before, but I think a bit like the album itself, Mr. Morale, the Big Steppers, and the song, The Heart Part 5. It's more what Kendrick is doing is something we've not seen from artists of that scale within this genre, within this lane. Does that make sense? Like, obviously, there's people from other genres, art forms, or lower down the I guess the sort of popularity ladder that have maybe done things on this level, but you're not seeing. I don't want to. I feel bad name dropping, but you're not seeing Drake put out a video like this. You're not seeing Cole put out a video like this.
Yeah.
But it's emotionally evocative when he does the Nipsey one, and I think that's what we expect from Kendrick. Not just to do some gimmicky, like the way the second verse is. It's a bit gimmicky, but it's sick still. The third verse is just incredible, how he embodies Nipsey. And it changes the song as well. I think that's one thing that these other music videos don't actually do that much, which is usually what music video would do for me. It changes the song. Kendrick's one, like, it transforms the song, and when he speaks, you hear the narrative, the perspectives that he's embodying.
Yeah. I think it's the power of just being looked at, and like he's looking at you as well, right? Yeah, it's just that first viewing, like watching that, it was crazy. It was like he was speaking to you. And I think you said earlier, Kieran, about how it feels like that song is speaking more for us. That's it's quite a universal song. But then, like you say, Sam, the changing of the faces was just this wild. I never forget watching it for the first time. I was like, I had to like pause it and go back. I was thinking, like, what is going on here?
At first, I was like, what's going on with Kendrick's face? Is it melting? I'm like, oh, do you know what I mean? Like, is it, you kind of just you go along that ride and you go, oh right, I see what's going on.
Yeah. Glad to have you back, Theo. I know you might not be able to talk right now. Multitasker of the year already.
Yeah.
If we had a category.
No, just not to be a steep, just looking at me non-stop.
She's looking active.
She's hella active.
Listening to that Jay-Z verse, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I agree, by the way. Jay-Z, Jay-Z's number one. Yeah.
Oh, good. Right, let's get to some of the other nominations. My personal favorite video of the year was A$AP Rocky's. I love that video.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah. I think I love the way they did the everything everywhere all at once effect with the face and then the backgrounds are shifting, and like they've mastered it as well in their own little way. That was sick. But Rihanna.
But also, I just think A$AP Rocky's the coolest rapper. I just think like the clothes. He's got Rihanna.
To be honest, if you hear that song,
definitely's won, though, hasn't he?
Yeah,
he's won in every.
He's won. Yeah. That's my bitch.
Yeah. It's just some of the style they went for reminds me of a couple filmmakers that I like, and
Safdie kind of style.
Yeah. And there's like, I don't know what you would call it, but there's a bit where the center of the frame is Rihanna, and then it's kind of like I think it's zooming out, but then everything's changing around, and I think maybe her clothes are changing. It's so much going on, but it's not. You made a good comparison with Everything Everywhere All at Once, actually. Just mad creative, and just
they've
cool.
got some
just
of the best effects in the game, I think.
Yeah. Should we talk about MIA as well? That's a weird video.
She's the master of music videos, though. If you want to talk about music videos that stand out, like greatest music videos of all time, she's got that one where she's got the ginger people in it, and the one where she's got the cars on the side, all that shit. She's just crazy.
But the way she kills the robot at the end is you know, YouTube took that video down straight away, but then like I think she must have like appealed it and it went straight back up. But because like it looks like she's like, I don't know.
Herself.
I don't know if anyone's seen Blade Runner, but like they asked a question that I saw, like, are you killing like a real life at this point? It's crazy.
That video is creepy. I say that video is very unsettling, but in a nice way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we've got Stormzy, and I think there's no denying that was a moment. It's, at least for this country, I think seeing all those big names from different art
it's not just that though,
areas
is it? Like,
no, it's not just that. Production
it's everything
value
he does
high.
in his music videos, but I think he's excelled and increased. Like, I don't know how it feels now.
That was a very good representation of UK culture, but the problem with it is the song is rubbish. Like the song has zero replay value whatsoever.
Good, like, song,
the song is just the video. Do you know what I mean? Like,
rubbish is harsh, but it's
his rapping is charismatic. I like the charisma.
I don't listen to the song on its own, I'll be honest, but the video got quite a few watches.
Yeah.
Because it is more of like it was more of a freestyle, I guess. But I just found that, like, I don't know if I said it properly already, but I just felt the production value of it was extremely high as well. It was just so well shot, and the ending was moving. Really, it was really powerful to see again all those important figures standing there.
Michaela Cole reading it out as well.
Oh yeah, and like big one for me, Ian Wright. Like, you know, being Arsenal now. Like there was just so many people where I was like, oh my god, there was
too many people
important. Yeah, there were so many. And it felt like, I think I said it at the time, it felt kind of like a continuation of what Sims has been doing with her recent albums, what Kano did with his last project. A few guys in this country, a few guys and girls. It was an important moment, I think, for the culture, and worthy on the list. The only one we've not mentioned is Little Sims, No Thank You, which is almost like a short film, right?
But I think it had to make the list because it's incredible what she did. It really is. Like the shots in that are actually like props to Kendrick, because I think he's got the best music video run of the year. All of the music videos are good, but I feel like Sims actually topped him. She's artistically incredible because the shots in this video just like every single one blows my mind. Like there's ones where like the rain's pouring on her in like a bathtub, and it looks like something else. I don't know, like that. I think I was asleep when I was watching it, to be honest, but I can't remember everything. But like, it was like,
what the hell's going on with this guy? I was asleep when I was watching it. How do you watch stuff in your sleep?
I was like, do you like when you're half asleep, like watching something like, whoa, this is crazy? But it was that kind of experience.
There was a shot for me where is she in the back of a taxi?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was There's, do you know what it is? I've been doing a bit of like film history recently, and especially from the 20s and the 30s, and a lot of old like German expressionist films and French different. I'm not saying it's German expressionist at all, but it felt like this was taking influence from old films. Maybe not that old, but it just was weird to see like where I'm doing all this history, a lot of silent and black and white films, and seeing this video and these camera angles and this cinematography and everything. It was quite fitting to watch that at that time for me personally. Very
and her
creative.
acting in it as well. Her acting. This is the thing. Like I feel like she's influenced by Kendrick, but she's not like worse than him or like even copying him. But like her acting is so good in this. Just kind of like how Kendrick's acting is crazy. They should be in films to get Oscars.
I think I'd like to see Sims in a more of a lead role, I think, next, because she's clearly a good actor, and we've seen that with Top Boy especially. But I'd like to see her in some, like, she's got this presence on the screen. She's there's something
He just
special
looks
about her. I
vexed
agree.
in the whole video.
Listen, the album to me sounds vexed. That's why when, like you said about Chilled, I was like, I don't know if I'm feeling that. Like, she sounds pissed. Like, she's not happy. And that's why I think she had to get it out. And there is also a bit of a raw nature to the video as well. There is something, although Kendrick's, like, and I'm glad you said Kendrick being the video artist of the year, because I agree. I think every video is just is incredible.
The Helen Mirren one, like, what the hell?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but although it's those videos are complex, there's lots going on. It's some of them are quite chaotic. There's this clean, high production value to them. This Sims one felt quite raw, but it kind of benefited the project and the songs that she chose to include in there. Beautiful video.
I would have put this number one, but I think Kendrick's one is just a more like contained piece.
Yes, yeah, more, yeah, I agree. Yeah, absolutely, yeah, and a huge moment as well. Certainly, it's not a moment I'll forget. Any honourable mentions? I had Cash In, Cash Out.
That was like, that's one of the best 3D videos I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's hard. Yeah, has everyone seen that?
Nah, I haven't. Like I said, I don't really watch music videos. I don't know. I like listening to music. I don't like, because if I watch it, then I can't really hear the song. Like, I can't focus on two things at the same time. So, nah, haven't seen that.
I know. Sorry, Fear, if you can't talk right now. Props to you for being able to do a podcast and look after a baby. That's mad. But you had Denzel Curry's.
Oh yeah, Zatoichi.
Zatoichi. That's it.
Because
Another project with great videos.
Yeah.
Walk-in's a great video.
Walk-in.
Trouble.
Sorry.
Yeah, go on, Phil.
That video is artistic as anything. Like, honestly, it's just amazing. It's just vivid pictures and just takes you on a trance. I just think how he's done that is just amazing. It's one of my favorite videos I've watched this year, to be honest. So that had to get mentioned.
Sam, you had Bart Simpson quite high. That's
That
a cool
video is
video.
hilarious. That video is absolutely hilarious with the midget. Like, little person, whatever.
Oh no, Sam, no.
That video is fucking hilarious. I'm not even editing that out. That can stay in there, right? The little person, sorry, things change, words change, yeah? That video is hilarious. That felt like MF Doom told them to make that video, because that's exactly the type of thing he would do.
It's really cheeky what they do.
There's a shot in it where he's doing press-ups in the garden and the sun is like shining exactly where he's doing the press-ups. Cool shot, man. But it's a wild video, isn't it? There's the guy
when they get into the barbershop
is
is funny. Because it's like, they're actually, I didn't realize this until I watched it the second or third time. They're saying the words of the song back to each other.
No, it's a good video, man. And I had Jid Money as well. I feel like that was a really good embodiment of that project itself. Put me in that world. Into his journey, into his life.
It's quite a beautiful video.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so video of the year, Kendrick Lamar, The Heart, Part 5. Kendrick is flying this year.
Biased. It's so biased. But it's
okay.
Facts as well.
Final category, Best Rapper.
This is looking interesting.
Let's fly through the nominees.
So we've got,
what's that?
There's two people that are tied.
That's what I mean. It's going to be interesting.
Sean, this is a bit biased. I'm not gonna lie, but what's the order about? Like, I'm sure most of us put Sims higher than Kendrick.
No, we can go through it, but let's quickly go through it. So we got Kendrick Lamar, Little Sims, Nas, Black Thought, and Jid. So
can we just shout out Jid, because I feel like we haven't spoken enough about him. But he he shocked us all with his album.
It was a great album.
Do you know what?
Fantastic album.
He didn't shock me in that I felt like he always had the ability. I just didn't know whether he'd execute it, especially the time it took to put out the album. I think even Theo said at one point, you kind of got a bit, you were like, I've lost the anticipation. You were a bit tired.
I was fed up, I'm not going to lie, because he said on Twitter, album's done, and we're just waiting, to the point where I'd stopped waiting, and then it came as a surprise because I'd stopped waiting.
The worth was waited though, and I think it might have been because that 2007 song wasn't able to make the album because of a sample or something.
That was
That's
the
why
main
it held
reason
up-
for the delay.
held up.
Yeah, that was the main reason.
But then they added it anyway after like a month. So
Yeah, I think with Jid, it was Jid has kind of said it himself. He's kind of got that rappity rap style, right? The lyrical miracle, like he's technically so advanced that, and a lot of rappers that are like that usually don't have a great deal of substance. And I'm not saying he didn't have substance before, he did, but I just think the stars aligned and everything was executed at a high level, whether it be, well, technically we never had any doubts, but production, content, a bit like Kendrick, he really gave us a lot of himself. And I always appreciate that when an artist does that. You can make an argument that he had the best album of the year, I think. I think he, in terms of like what you want from a hip hop album, especially.
but it's like it's groundbreaking as well. It's not like generic hip hop like King's Disease 3 in some ways. Like there's beats on the Jid album that they just blow my mind. I think the second to last track before 2007. It's different.
Lauder.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, Money is different as well. Money is like with the kind of the kids choir singing, not choir, but like the kids singing. And what else is there? Radar, Can't Punk Me. It's quite varied. It's quite eclectic. But then he also had big hits.
He's got to be included in this top 5.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Dance Now is one of my favorite. That's, to me, is one of the best sort of like party pop rap records of the year. Surround sound as well with a classic Mos Def sample. Cody Blue 31. I mean, if we're talking about like what makes a great rapper, we've all spoken about the importance of melody, especially in the last sort of post 808s and Heartbreak. And he's actually singing. Like, he's one of the better singers I've heard.
Really good.
These rappers, yeah. He's hitting notes, but it's not just that project for me. I mean, he's had some good features, whether it's Ain't No Way on Denzel Curry's album. I think he was on the what was it called? The Earth Gang album too. He did the song with Dr. Genius. There's the NPR Tiny Desk performance as well. So he's kind of hitting different areas that we all kind of value within a great rapper. So I'm glad he got on the list. Just about got on there. Then there's Black Thought. I mean, what more can you say about Black Thought? Like,
he peaked, didn't he? Like we thought he was already good, but he peaked this year and made the album we've been waiting for.
Aging like a fine wine.
He had a good year, but it's like realistically, he's not doing like, you know, like how Nas has come back with like a vengeance and he's like on a run.
Yeah,
Black Thought's just come back a little bit. That's why he wasn't really in my long list at all. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was like, oh, this is good, but it's not a great comeback type thing. He's not current.
No, you mean? Well, there was it's not really a comeback at all. I think I said this as well. Is like with Black Thought, it's like he's not really doing anything different. We've known for a long time that he can do this. He's just like, I guess, steadily aging really well. Mm-hmm. And I know, like, we spoke about how Jay-Z and Nas are kind of doing what no one has really done. But again, I'll stress like what I mean by that. I mean in their sort of their status. Rappers like Black Thought and groups like The Roots have been aging well. Do you know what I mean? This is not a new thing for more, I guess, underground artists. But with Black Thought as well, I think the reason why he deserves a mention is obviously you have this great album with Danger Mouse and the chemistry between those two. You've also got some standout features this year, one on the Saba album, another on the Black Star album as well, which we haven't even mentioned yet. But I also saw some clips of him performing live. I think at the Roots Picnic, he did some freestyles, and I always like it when rappers like that rap over these more popular beats, such as Johnny P's Caddy. He seemed like he was really commanding the stage, and we all like value that with the live performance. And then what he and the Roots do with the Tonight Show over in America as well. I mean, that's just, it's no one else. There's no other group in hip hop like doing that. Do you know what I mean? Performing on a live talk show week in, week out. I think it's really impressive. And Black Thought is just, you know, one of the greats, one of the best to ever do it. So
I think he's tweaked his rapping style a little bit as well to just be a tiny bit more focused conceptually on tracks.
I know what you mean.
He usually does like a stream of consciousness type of barring, which is like top tier. It's like MF Doom in a way. What he does. But now it's a bit more focused, which is a bit more interesting.
Yeah. I think that Aquamarine is, you know, incredible. That's definitely a standout track from him this year. And then we've got Nas as well. We've got Nas on the list. I mean, he was always going to make it, I think. Do you know what? Something that really cemented it for me as well is the whole 21 Savage situation. And I think, considering Nas made a song like Beef, the best thing he could have done, rather than get into a back and forth with 21 Savage. Like, how many times have we seen someone say something like what 21 Savage did, and it ends up into a beef or into a, war of words?
So 21 said
he was like,
relevant.
Let's squash this now. Let's make a song together. To me, that was like, you are on the list, because that's different. That's like that's a progression of the culture, in my opinion. Maybe not necessarily the only one to do that, but just, again, an artist of that caliber.
He's done it before as well. He kind of did it with J. Cole when Cole made Nas proud, and then it's good.
Yeah, you make a point. Yeah, make a good point. But the two that we have kind of got tied on our list at the minute is Little Sims and Kendrick Lamar. That's the two. I'm going to be quiet for a bit because I've said quite a lot in general, but about the Sims album. So does anyone want to say why they think Sims over Kendrick?
She just dropped a great album, and realistically, if we're talking about, like, what we were saying earlier about, album of the year and this and that, Kendrick has a lot of what I would deem to be weak verses in his most recent project, whereas Little Sims hasn't had a weak verse in two projects right now.
No.
Do you have any examples of the weaker verses?
Huh?
Do you have any examples of the weaker verses?
For Kendrick?
Yeah.
Purple Hearts.
Help Me Out is actually a little bit weak.
I'm talking about bars there. I'm not talking about, like, content, because Kendrick's content is definitely up there and fighting with Sims. That's why he won album of the year. But I'd have to look. Give me a...
That's right. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. It was just
I hear what you're saying, Sam.
So, yeah, like Purple Hearts wasn't that good. Like, certain things in Savior weren't that impressive. They were just kind of cool to hear, and the ad-lib was cool. Like, it's just one of those ones where it's like, if we're talking about best of rapper, then we have to talk about, versus bars. And Sims, for me, outdoes him this year, at least.
Okay. Kieran, you got anything to add?
No, that's exactly what I said. I actually put Nas above both of them as well, because I think he's rapping even better. But I think, I don't know, you put on Sims, and it's like she's doing... I think people praised Kendrick when he was making, like, meaty verses, like the last verse in Savior, for example. And I think there's a few other moments, like, I think Father Time and stuff like that. But on Sims, it's happening in every single verse. Like, she's snapping, like, and it doesn't stop. Like, you think the song's over, then there's another verse, and then there's another verse, and it's like, I'm appreciating she's going into more depth with these lyrics as well. I think it was one of the hardest albums this whole year to, like, unpack what she's actually trying to say in it, because there's just so many good bars and, like, so many, like, acrobatical, like, lyrics and, like, rhyme schemes and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah, and Kendrick wasn't even that high up. Sorry, I just want to slide this one in. Kendrick wasn't even that high up on my list. He was third. I had Earl Sweatshirt higher, but no one rates Earl like I did. So, I don't know.
No, Earl gets ratings. It's just not that many bars on the album.
If I need to bump Earl up a little bit after watching that Atlanta episode, he did a man.
Yeah, trust me.
Those Doom influence tracks are man. That one I shared is so hard. I was getting so... Charlie was like, why are you getting so excited?
It's the second video you sent, Sean, where, like, it's just playing constantly and he's, like, walking around.
Listen, when you see it in the episode as well, because I won't spoil it, but, like, Alfred's going on he goes on some scavenger hunt to find, he thinks, like, the character's still alive. So he goes on this scavenger hunt set up by this Doom inspired artist, and the Earl song's playing in the background, and he's, like, in an arcade shooting, like, playing, like, Half-Life or something like that, and goes into the cinema. Honestly, man, it's so good. But Theo, did you have anything to add on Sims over Kendrick? 'Cause I think you had Sims number one as well.
I just think Sims was rapping better. I just think bar-wise, I kind of agree with Sam's points as well. There was certain. I love Kendrick's album, but I can't say, like, lyrically it's his best album. Just purely, I don't know. The verses some of them were, like, stripped back, but maybe they needed to be stripped back for the purpose of the album. Whereas I just think Sims is just. She's elevating with her writing. Her writing is just incredible, absolutely incredible. So I had her above. I almost felt, did I have Nas above Kendrick as well or not?
I'm surprised you didn't do that though.
Because that's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, I'm
Disrespect.
shocked if I've not. I'm shocked if I didn't do that because I thought I would have had Nas over Kendrick as well. I would have had Kendrick third.
Nas is rapping 10 out of 10. Like,
Nas is just it's different level, man.
and the thing is with Nas, we can't forget we have to actually consider Magic as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I put him number 1. But whatever.
Understandably, I understand why you do that, but you know, my prejudices are just what they are. So
you didn't even put him in your top 10.
no, I'm just never going to do it.
No, that's just that is a new level of disrespect. That's a new level of disrespect.
That's wild.
So it sounds like we've got a winner for best rapper, but I just want to say my piece because I had Kendrick number 1. Now I think that I agree that Sims is spitting consistently all over that album, and I would maybe say that she, based on the 2 projects, if we're just comparing, put in the better lyrical performance. But I think in terms of songwriting and song structure, now I know that producers come into the mix here as well. I think Kendrick made better songs over the course of that project. I think that, again, if we're going back to our episode, what makes a great rapper, I think Kendrick, in terms of the theme of the album, the content was taking more risks, was doing things that, like I've said a few times, we haven't perhaps heard before from an artist of his caliber. I think going to see him live showed that he is one of the best live performers in music right now. And I know I didn't go to Sims a year before, but I would probably guess that Kendrick's was a level above at least, I think. And we have to consider the live performance when we're talking about a rapper. Now, saying that, look, like I've already said, Kendrick didn't. I don't think it's a flawless album. I don't think everything was executed perfectly. Like Kieran, you mentioned "Count Me Out." I think there's a few vocal performances on there that could have been better. I think that it's, you know, I completely respect it. To some people, certain songs didn't go down too well, such as like Auntie Diaries. There's, you know, it's not perfect. I'm not looking at it through like rose-tinted glasses.
Black inclusion.
Yeah, there's a few things, but I just think that, yes, as a lyricist, I would put Sims above perhaps, but I think in all the other categories, I think Kendrick overall had the better year this year.
I do hear you, but I still feel it's Simbi. Like I listened to both albums and I think Simbi's a better rapper.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
The last thing I'll say though as well, like this, but I've accepted that we're going in a different direction. But I think that in terms of things like delivery and the way Kendrick chooses to approach beats, the use of different voices, just the level of creativity, I don't think what Sims did with this particular project is on that level either. Like I said, I just think maybe from like a lyricism, just like your sort of traditional bars and spitting side of things, maybe that's where Sims has the upper edge. But every other category, I think Kendrick excelled, like he usually does. But by the sounds of things, I think we're going Little Sims, right? Rapper of the year.
Of course.
We got
Sounds like we are. It has to be a thing.
Okay, well, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad. Okay, well that's the end of the categories, really, the award side of things. Let's just quickly run through it. So best album, we've got Kendrick Lamar, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Best beat, we've got Nas Legit, produced by Hit Boy. Best producer, we've got The Alchemist. Best new artist, we've got Shy Girl. Best song, Kendrick Lamar, The Heart Part 5. Best feature, Jay-Z on God Did. Kendrick Lamar, The Heart Part 5 for best music video. And best rapper, Little Sims. Now,
Kendrick won 3 awards out of 8. What the hell?
Well, yeah, I mean, last year I think Little Sims did. It was Little Sims and Inflow took most of the categories.
Yeah.
So, similar with Kendrick this year, but yeah, interesting. So I'm struggling now though. This COVID, man, flipping hell. Can't breathe properly.
I think it's called the Wuhan virus. Actually, if you check what Joseph.
Fat Joe, man. Where was his mention? The last thing I wanted to say is just there's the one rapper that I wanted to mention for best rapper was Conway again. I'm kind of gutted he doesn't get a mention in either the album or the rapper category. I know, like, I guess when we read through these names, yes, he's probably not on the level of them. I just, again, think what he did with that album, the journey he's been on, the output as well, like he put out the mixtape, countless features, he just doesn't seem to miss. And although a big part of me feels that he's maybe peaked with this project, I wouldn't be surprised if what he gives us next is on the same level or higher. So shout out Conway, man.
I think Lupe as well, but I don't want to say too much. Just listen to that album.
Yeah, I mean, look, we've got, in fact, let's quickly go back to it. We've got
Lupe's
like
a different
Lupe.
level of rapping.
There's Lupe on here. There's Earl gets a mention. I think, do you know what it was with those two? For me, it's just there wasn't as much output. I know they did a hell of a lot within both of their albums respectively, and I know we got a feature from Lupe. It just there was, from all the people on our list, I just feel like there was more to go off of. I think Billy Woods is another one that deserves a mention, putting out 2 projects this year. You could argue that Billy Woods is the best right now in terms of lyricism, but I think
he's hard to understand. I think
he's not as palatable, and you very rarely see rappers with that much complexity and density to their lyrics sort of break that barrier of the underground. And the only one I can think of off the top of my head is Doom. I think Doom, although he's very much an underground artist, he's known in mainstream sectors, and you look at his numbers as well. There's big numbers there, but Doom is just, different level. But Billy Woods would be close for me, but like you say, it's hard to understand. It's not as accessible as everyone else we mentioned. Were there any other names? I know Denzel Curry was
Denzel, Benny.
Yeah,
Benny.
A lot of people had a very good year this year. It's just a shame that a lot of great people dropped projects.
So many people.
Yeah,
21 Savage had a good year, to be honest. If we're going to be real,
he could have been feature artist of the year. Like he did a lot.
Yeah. Well, to segue into like our honorable mentions or like moments of the year, Sam, do you want to start? What was your kind of your rap, your hip hop moment of the year?
I think my rap or hip hop moment of the year, I think it might just be the Kendrick Lamar concert. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to go for the easiest option. Like, the Big Steppers tour is an amazing thing to see. And if you haven't seen it, then you're unlucky because it was amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And just to segue, like jump off the back of that, mine was the Glastonbury performance. I don't think I don't know if we've seen a rap artist headline a festival of that caliber and do it that well. Like, I had people that just aren't into that music say to me, "Oh, like, I was blown away. I'm now listening to the album. I'm into Kendrick Lamar." I think the imagery on the stage, what he did, especially at the end with the blood and the religious imagery, and it was just to me that the backing dancers, everything. It was just so. It reminded me a bit of. Didn't Kanye do something for my Dark Beautiful Twisted Fantasy? I think it may be Lollapalooza or Coachella way back. And it reminded me of that. But this was Glastonbury, like the biggest festival in the world. I think, again, Kendrick just broke through another ceiling, really, and did something we've not really seen before on that level. So I'd put that as my sort of moment of the year. Kieran, Theo, do you want to go next?
You two picked 2 nice ones, Jess. I would have said them as well. But I think I liked Kid Cudi's Intergalactic film. I thought that was like a cool branching out for a rapper we all know and like. It's not something you see that often. Like, they make an animated show where they've made all the music. I don't think we've ever seen that, to be honest. So I don't know. I think it was quite a nice like boundary pushing moment for hip hop.
Yeah, Cudi's been doing that. Yeah, nice one. Theo, have you got anything different or?
No, mine was the same as yours, Sean. It was the Glasgow performance. I've never seen something like that. Being able to be a hip hop artist and get a crowd that is not. When they buy the ticket, they haven't bought to see you. They don't even know who's headlining, but yet you get the crowd to be on side like that. When you're getting like all different ages, like genres of music that they enjoy, to all like just be enticed by what you're doing, it was just phenomenal. Even him just coming out to do United in Grief was just unbelievable. That's my
Godspeed for women's rights.
Yep.
Remember that?
That was the moment.
That was a big moment.
Okay, last but not least, Hall of Fame inductees. Theo, do you want to go first for us on this occasion?
We didn't put Primo in last year, did we?
No.
Nah, I'm putting Primo in, man. That guy, he's Hall of Fame. I'm sorry. That guy just... I lose words of what to say for Primo. He just like what he did with that volume there, and then coming in with that beat for Absol. The guy's just an absolute legend, man. He's iconic. Everybody knows his scratches. He's just a legend of the game. He's got to be in the Hall of Fame.
Not mad at that. Not mad at that. Just a quick reminder for everyone: last year's inductees were DMX, Mac Miller, Nas, and Kano. Those are last year's. Okay, so we got Primo in there. Kieran, do you want to go next?
I got Dr. Dre because of the GTA contract. I just think like they must have paid him a mad amount of money to get him out to make some music for them. And obviously the Super Bowl halftime show, which I think was actually disappointing for what you expect you want it to be, but it is actually still good anyway. And I don't know. Yeah, like I just think Dre's had his moment this year.
I think we all would have chose a different set list or something like that. But I think, if we take away our sort of our love and I guess
just
our knowledge of
things,
I think for the casual viewer or the casual fan, that it was amazing. Yeah, Sam, who's your inductee?
Mine's Inflow, but that is solely based off his past to date contributions to UK music. He is, I wouldn't say single-handedly holding up the scene, but do you know what I mean? Like he's put a lot into artists like
he
Sims.
Basically is, man.
Oh yeah, he's put a lot into Sims. He's got stuff with Adele, all that stuff with that project Salt as well. Like he dropped like 2-3 albums. I don't know if they were all like recorded this year per se, but was it 6? I don't know. A lot of music has come out of this guy, and there's a high quality and a high standard of it. And it might be an early induction into the Hall of Fame, but I'd just like to slide him in while he's relevant. He might become irrelevant and might not work so much. So it'd be a bit weird to throw him in. But I'm whacking Inflow.
I agree with you because I think it's arguable he's the greatest UK producer like ever, really, like in hip hop anyway. But even like other genres too, to be honest, he's up there.
Yes, I thought it was only making sense to throw him in there. Originally, I wanted to put 2 other producers in there, but Sean said only one person at a time. So I went with Inflow.
I mean, it would go. It would be endless if we just had multiple. But no, look, I think it's very much someone giving them their flowers whilst they're in their present. This is someone that's, barely been on the scene 10 years, so it's nice to see. It's nice to see someone like that rather than just loads of veterans. But I'm going to go back to mine's a veteran. I've gone for the Roots, based on Black Thought's contributions this year. I think just their catalogue today, I think they're the best hip hop band of all time. Like I'd stress the word band over group, like, in terms of everyone playing instruments and this and that. I think, I think it's an incredible discography. And also Questlove, I know it's not music, but he directed that film Summer of Soul, which won an Oscar for best documentary, I believe. Again, what they're doing on the Tonight Show, how long they've been on there, kind of being household names in America, I guess. I just think they're incredible, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they all do next. So the Roots is my inductee.
Nice,
cool.
I just like to say there's no board because the board's just being weird. I don't know. Something about the new way we're recording is fucking up the board. I don't know what's going on, but don't worry. New year, the board will be back. I promise you.
No worries. Roll on 2023.
Hey, this is Sean, and thanks for listening to another episode of The Grey Area. Are you an upcoming artist, critic, journalist, or content creator? Hit us up on our Discord or in our YouTube comments if you want to share new music, take part in an interview, or are interested in collaborating. Links to these can be found in the show notes. Take care.